It's much better filming once a month. Well, I'm not filming once a month, I'm filming throughout the month. But it's nicer knowing that I only have to put out one video a month. I don't have to do anything. But it feels a lot nicer because by now it's like Friday. I would have already had to have had a new video idea already. Like, ready, filmed, edited, ready to be posted on Sunday. And like, I'm not a machine. You know what I mean? I feel like now that I've got like a month, I'm able to actually talk again and sit down and talk about my month out, like how my videos used to be. How I got those, did I get those out on a weekly basis? I don't know how I did. But that's when I had a lot more energy, and I don't really have much energy right now because I think I've got the flu. Well, I feel like I'm getting a lot better from it. But for the past week, I've been completely just unwell. Like, unwell. So, on Christmas, no, that's the wrong holiday, Alex. New Year's Day. So I went down for lunch with my mum, or dinner, with my mum and dad on New Year's Day. They had to pick me up. Because my mum said, do you want to come down for food on New Year's Day? I said, okay, as long as the buses are on. And she goes, yeah, they are. And so I was like, okay. So I Googled it. And to be fair, Google did say for both me and my mum that the buses were running on bank holiday hours, which is like Sunday hours or public holiday hours. And so I was like, okay, that's fine. So I went to bed. I woke up the next day, got ready. I even wore a skirt. I really don't like wearing skirts. Like, everyone says, oh, I look so nice in skirts, I look so nice in dresses. I just don't like them. I feel really uncomfortable in them, to be honest. I feel like I'm much happier. Honestly, I got this new blazer. I'll show people in a minute. I got like a load of new clothes. One of them's a blazer, and I had that on with a pair of like chinos. I felt so happy in them. Like, sometimes you just can't force someone to be someone that they're not. Anyway, so I got to the bus stop, New Year's Day. The bus stop. So where I live, it's next to a bus depot, which I never go to because I've got to cross what I call the road of death. The road of death. I don't like crossing it. Well, technically I don't have to cross it anymore, but because there was loads of like construction going on. They were building like business things. I don't really know what they were building. Offices. And so they had closed off like this portion of land, and in this portion of land was the pavement or the sidewalk, whatever you call it, to be able to walk. And but now that's all opened. I still don't like walking on that pathway because it's still got like all the cement and like slippy stuff, and because it's raining constantly because I'm in England, it's still the road of death, really. Now it's the pathway of death as well. So I don't like going to the bus depot. So if you walk out my house, there's a big massive supermarket. Along this supermarket, there is a load of bus stops, but all together, like one after the other, all on one street. So like, there's maybe a few meters between them. And all different buses, they all go to all different places. And there's always people in these bus stops. Like, they go everywhere. Like, in my local, I live on a peninsula, all over the peninsula, they go everywhere. To two different types of hospitals, everywhere. So there's always people on one of these buses, either getting off, coming on. You could always see a bus from this long road. You could always see a bus. And I got there, and it was deserted. Not a single human inside, not a single bus. So I sat there, and I looked, and I waited. And I was about a few minutes before my bus was due. So there would have been people there. Like, I wasn't stupidly early. And even if I was stupidly early, that bus stop is used by other buses. That bus stop goes to a nearby entire shopping district, shop area, like a whole shopping thing, like millions of shops. Like, it's really busy. That same bus stop goes to a hospital. That same bus stop goes everywhere. So there would always be people waiting for a different bus than the bus that takes me back to my hometown. That's the only bus, actually, that goes to my hometown, because my hometown is still living in the 1800s and has like 3 bus stops. And I looked around, it was deserted, not a single bus. Not a single bus going to any bus stop. No buses in the distance. No buses coming from, because the buses from, most of the buses from the bus depot, like the big bus station, would have to come via this road anyway, even if they weren't, duty to stop at my stops. They'd still have to go through. No buses. And so I texted my mum and I said, there's no buses and there's no people here. She goes, oh, just wait. Google said again, they're on. So, okay. For context, I've got really, quite bad social anxiety. I don't speak to anybody at all. So I was just scrolling through TikTok and all of a sudden I heard, excuse me, in a Scouse accent. I can't do a Scouse accent. I sound probably more Scouse now because I talk Scouse when I get a bit angry, and I'm getting a bit angry right now. And I looked up, took one of my AirPods out, and she goes, are you waiting for the bus? I said, yeah. And I gave her the numbers of my bus. And she goes, there's no buses on today. There's no buses. And I said, oh, my mum said there was. She goes, well, there isn't. There isn't. I said, all right, thank you. And so she goes, ha! I don't think she meant it in a mean way, but she kind of was like, and I kind of laughed as well. I don't think she meant to be mean, but it did kind of upset me, because I don't think it upset me. I think I just don't like being confronted like that and being told I'm wrong. I wasn't wrong. My mother was wrong. So Google was wrong. We both looked at Google. Google was wrong. And so I texted or FaceTime my mum, but she didn't answer because it's my mum. And so I texted her and I said, there's no buses on. I've just been told by a girl there's no buses on. I've sat there for nearly half an hour, not one bus. Not one bus. Usually in about half an hour you'd probably get maybe 20 buses. Not a bus, not a soul, not a person, except someone walking past, which was that girl. And I said, and she goes, oh, well, do you want me to come and get you? I said, I don't think she really wanted to, because the first thing my mum said when I got in the car, when she drove up to me 20 minutes later, half an hour later, because she wasn't at home, she was visiting my nan, so she just came straight from visiting my nan, who lives in a care home, not in my hometown. And the first thing she said is the second I got into the car was, well, I wouldn't have asked you to come down if I knew I had to come for you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I got ready, painted my nails and everything. You know what I mean? I made an effort to look decent on New Year's Day. Did it end up going to that every single day? Because I'm going to make an effort this year. No, because I'm sat here in a hoodie, because I haven't been well. So anyway, I was quite annoyed about that, actually. And so I went to my parents' house, but I felt okay. I felt fine. But then when I got home, that night, I didn't get home till maybe 8, maybe a bit later, maybe not, I can't remember, because all of a sudden I remember getting home and literally I was just pottering around, taking my hat off, taking my bag off, doing a bit of cleaning up, and all of a sudden I swallowed, and I felt like I'd swallowed a million nails. And then really the next day I couldn't even really talk. That's how quick it came on, and I was like, oh my god. Felt like COVID-y flu. So I still feel rough as anything now, but trust me, I feel a lot better. You'll all know what I mean. When you get a cold or the flu or something, and you're still feeling well, but that first morning when you wake up and you can breathe again and you can talk again, you feel invincible, even though you still feel terrible, but you feel like you can do everything. It's exactly how I feel right now. But I couldn't I'm still sleeping on the mattress on the floor, you see. Because So did I mention in my last video I wanted a bigger bed? Did I mention that? I don't know, because I was thinking it. I don't know if I mentioned it though, because right now I've got a king size bed. And I want a super king size bed, which is that what they're called? Yeah, which is 30 centimetres bigger than a king size bed. Not because I want a bigger bed, because it is just me. It's me, myself and I. That's it. And the teddies and Snoops. You know what I mean? But the reason why is because of this gap. This gap you see right here. It's a 30 centimetre gap. And I sat there and I said, right, before I realised there was bigger beds available, I said, right, we could either have my 2 bedside tables and the bed in the centre and have 2 weird 15, 20 centimetre gaps on each side and not be able to, you can't put anything there. You can't even put a plant there or anything. It's just going to look a bit bare and odd. You can't do anything with it. Or I can move everything so it's all close together and have a bigger gap, but then the bed won't be centred with the picture, and I wanted that to be said. That's why I put the bed there in the first place. One of the reasons. And I was like, this is really annoying. Then I realised there was a bigger bed, which was, coincidentally, the mattress size is exactly 30 centimetres bigger than the mattress I've got there. So if this turns out correct, it should just perfectly fit like a glove. Perfectly fit. Though I do remember when I got this, so I've had this back mattress and the bed, which I measured, since I moved in. And I remember getting the measurements for this bed and the bedside tables. I've had the same bedside tables as well. And I originally did have my room like this. And I remember measuring the bedside tables and the bed and the other bedside table. So 2 bedside tables and the bed. I remember measuring the width of them all together. And I remember it being a perfect fit for that wall. Like I remember thinking, oh my God, that fits like a glove. So why is the room grown? That's what I want to know. My stuff has either shrank or the room has grown. Because there never used to be a gap. No, I don't have any pictures or videos or anything really, I don't think, from when my room looked like that. 'Cause A, I didn't keep it like that for very long, and B, the time I did have it like that, I had it like that for 2 months. I was really unwell with a toothache for pretty much that whole time because I was refusing point blank to go to the dentist. And so I don't really have any recollection of my room looking like that. And so I can't, like, say or not whether or not I'm wrong now or I was just weird. I don't know. So I don't know why there's a gap now, but there is a gap. And so I've got a tape measure. And so what we need to do is move that bedside table because I've got it pushed obviously against my bed. I'll show you what I mean. I've got it pushed close to my bed now, so there is a gap. And I don't like looking at those wires. Ignore the heater. I've got to have it because we won't get into that right now. So I could actually use my bedside table while I'm in, I would say in bed, but look, in mattress. I'm in mattress. So we need to push both bedside tables as far to the wall as they go and then measure the space between them. And then we need to compare that with, it'll fit easily this way. It's the same way going downwards, like from head to toe kind of way. I don't know what it's called. The length, height, width, length. I don't know. The diameter between where your head and your feet, yeah, you know. But it's the width I need to measure because it's 30. So I need to get up the bed frame. So my plan is, everybody, to get the bed frame first because I don't want, I'm not easily stressed, but I'm stressed already. Like, imagine you've got like a glass and each day you add water to it depending on how much you're stressed, right? Most of the time it doesn't overflow. You get a bit stressed, but it doesn't overflow. Now mine's starting right now, the past couple of days, with my glass already pretty much at tippity top level because of my property manager. Now if you're watching this, you won't be because you don't even know I do YouTube. But if I ever tell you I do YouTube and you come across this video, I'm sorry. But everyone's being just a bit, making me feel a bit invisible, right? So my wash machine broke about 2 weeks before Christmas. Still to this day, the landlord is like not giving us the funds for it, which is fine. Property manager, I should say property manager. And I can't replace it because it's not I moved into this with all this stuff here. It's not mine to replace, in other words. And so I could be like charged probably, maybe with like criminal damage if I was to remove that wash machine, even though it was broken. So my mum's been doing my laundry, but it's an 18-mile round trip. And because of the way I am, I have sensory needs. I can't wear the same clothes 2 days in a row, any clothes for this 2 days in a row. I wash everything, coats, everything, every time I wear them. Hats, I wash shoes all the time. I wash everything all the time. It's just who I am. I'm a very clean, I'm an overly clean person. And so I've got like 3 washes on a day. Maybe that's a bit extreme. Maybe 2, at least about 2. I've got about 2 washes on a day because I wash like maybe 1 t-shirt. And like, yeah, that's my money and my water to waste. I can do whatever I want with that. Is it a bit wasteful? Probably, but like, I'm very eco-conscious in every other aspect of my life, but my clothes is like, you don't mess with that. I really don't get comfortable, no. And he knows this, and he knows that I have a diagnosis of OCD and autism, and I've got quite challenging feelings with my mental health right now. And I keep saying to him, I know you can't help it, darling, but I know it's out of your control because you're not the one providing the funds. You're just a middleman. I get that. And I don't want to come across, I don't want to have a go at him. Like, I'm not angry at him. I mean, I am a bit, because, but I understand that's not his fault. But he was like, we just have to wait. I was like, listen, I can't. You know, my laundry is getting a bit out of hand. I know it shouldn't be in such a short amount of time, but it is. And I said, do you have a time frame? He goes, no, I don't have a time frame. I don't know. And because all my heaters are broken as well, hence the heat. Where is it? Hence the heater. All my heaters bar one is broken. My bathroom, my bedroom, my hallway heater, all broken. 3 out of 4 of my heaters in the whole house are broken. In the whole apartment are broken. So that, as well as the washing machine, as well as not having a bed, everything's just getting a bit on top of me. Anyway, so my property manager came up with the solution, which I think is the most, if you knew me, because he knows me, he's seen my diagnosis, he's seen all my documents, he knows, he's spoken to my parents, he's spoken to my mum, he knows that I can't speak on the phone, which seems a bit weird to consider I'm making a YouTube video, but it's different because I can edit bits out of this, you know what I mean? Like, I can do whatever I want with this. I don't have to post this if I don't want to. Like, it's all in my control. It's not the same with a phone call. And so his genius solution was he was going to get the contractor, which, I don't know if they use that word across the world, but a contractor is like someone who they contract out to fix leaks and fix pipes and, you know, fix broken heaters. And so when he left me a voicemail because I won't answer the phone, because considering he calls me on like anonymous, like a no caller ID thing, I don't answer them. I don't answer anyone unless it's like, you're saved in my contacts, you know what I mean? And so he called me, so he left a voicemail. It was like a 3-minute long voicemail in wittering on how he's got this contractor. I was like, oh my God. So I was thinking as he was wittering on, oh my God, he's going to get a contractor to come and have a look at my washing machine to see if he can fix it before we dish out and replace it. Because he was kind of bricking it a bit, because I said to him, you know, my parents and I are willing to replace it, keep the old one. You do what you want with that. You come and get your contractor to remove that one. We will leave it outside my front door. Do whatever with that. But we'll replace it and we will bill you for it, or bill the landlord, bill whoever it is for this washing machine. But he bricked it a bit because we don't get it for as cheap as a company gets it, because they don't have to pay VAT or whatever the circumstances. So that's when he left me a very panicky, shaky type of voicemail, which I didn't mean to scare you, darling. But it's not very nice, because I felt like I've been ignored all over Christmas and all over New Year. And I understand it's been the holidays, but I just feel like people are a bit, not him, but people in general are being a bit ignorant. Where was I up to in my story? And so yeah, his genius idea was to get this contractor, and I was like, oh my God, he's going to get a contractor to come and call me about it tomorrow, which I don't really like answering the phone, but if I was going to get it fixed within that day, I probably could have braved it. You know, I probably could have just been like, okay, this is the only call I'm going to need to make, and then everything will be fixed. I never have to speak to this contractor again. No, he wanted to get this contractor to, on a regular basis, he didn't really clarify, to pick up my laundry. This random man, okay, I am an autistic 24-year-old woman, to get this random man who I've never, ever even heard of, let alone met, let alone spoke to pick up my laundry, right? My dirty, you know what? Everything, my laundry. To pick it up, to do the laundry for me in an empty apartment in the building, and then he would call me when it's ready to be collected. And then he'll come and give it to me. I don't really know, he wasn't really making much sense, but that's the kind of premise of it. And I just, as I was in the car with my mum when I got this voicemail, and we both found it so ridiculous. So I understand now, before people think I'm just being fussy or a snob or ungrateful, you don't live with me. Nobody lives with me. I couldn't. I know I'm sat here now laughing and joking about it, but laughing and joking is kind of how I get through things. I was in tears because of this. I felt like in that moment, if I was to do that, there are some days when I'm okay with phone calls. Like, I'm not saying okay, like I love them. I'm saying I will brave it and then deal with the panic attack that night. Is kind of, I can put on a mask. And anyone that suffers with autism or social anxiety or anything of that nature will probably really be able to relate to that. And trust me, my heart goes out to you. But imagine you brave it for a moment. You brave it for one moment and you give them your laundry. You don't know where your laundry's going because you're not allowed a key to this apartment. So your laundry is locked under lock and key, and the only way you can get your clothes back. I don't own any clothes. I'm a minimalist. And no, I'm not going out and buying more clothes. As I said, I am quite eco-conscious in every other aspect of my life, including what I actually buy. I only buy stuff that's I really, really love and that I wear all the time. Again, I'm fussy when it comes to what clothes I wear, and I'm quite, I like it to be perfect. Imagine them taking your clothes away, your dirty underwear, your socks, everything, and then you're not able to get that back unless you A, answer the phone or answer the door to them. Two things which can both give me panic attacks, which he knows. My property manager knows this. And so I sent him a long email. He's like, I'm just trying to help you, Alex. I cancelled the contract. I just tried to I understand he doesn't understand. Trust me, nobody gets it. I get that. But it really, really, really bothered me. Everything bothers me. That, like, is he being... This random man. Like, he's not even like, oh, we've hired you somebody to... Or even if I had to pay and they would sort it out for me. Like, I said to them in the email, I'll put the email up. If I can screenshot the bits out of it I don't want public, I can put it up here. But if not... Sorry, I'm being bombarded with messages, etc. Emails. So the original email that I sent, if I can put it here, says, hello, do you have any idea on a time frame? It's really taking a toll on my mental health. My mum is doing an 18-mile round trip multiple times a week to do my laundry for me. She's unable to do that now, as she's back in full-time hours after the Christmas period. My laundry's piling up and I change my clothes a lot due to my autism/OCD and due to my anxiety, unable to get it washed anywhere else. Right, remember that bit. Unable to get it washed anywhere else. This was my initial email to him. After he gave me the update, which my mum requested via the phone call with his secretary person. And he emailed me saying, by the way of the update, I've requested funds from the owner. So this was the email I sent in reply to that. Where are we up to? It's really drastically taken a toll on me, and I need it doing the next week or two at the very latest. Me and my parents are willing to buy me. My parents are willing to buy me one, and we can bill you/the landlord, as it's really upsetting me. I don't mind waiting a little long for the heaters if needed. I just really need my washing machine fixed ASAP. I don't mean to sound like a nag, but I'm really upset over this matter because I was really upset over it, and I still am, obviously. So remember that bit. I'm too anxious to get any help. He's aware of this. And so that's when he sent me that voicemail telling me about the contractor. And so I responded, if I can put it up here, I will. If not, then I won't. I said, hi, just got your voicemail. I really don't feel comfortable conversing with someone I've never met before and traipsing my literal dirty laundry all over the building. It's really not fair. I understand it's out of your control and I get that, but you also have to try and understand it from my perspective too. I never feel comfortable answering the phone to you, let alone a random contractor I've never met. Nor will I be comfortable leaving my clothing, most which costs a lot of money, in an empty apartment and not able to get it back unless I call or answer the door to Graham. That was the name of the contractor, which makes me feel so anxious and trapped. Blah 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 blah. Because imagine what would happen if I couldn't answer the phone to them? I'm living here by myself. I don't have all the support in the world. Yes, I have my parents and I have friends, and all these people are brilliant, but most of them are very, very, very far away. My parents are the closest. The next closest friend I've got, America. Like, I know you wish you could help. There's not much these people can do when I'm here by myself. And so the last email I got from him was him just being like, oh, blah, 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 I'm just trying to help you, Alex. Which I understand, that I'm not mad at him. As you can tell from those emails, I'm not shouting at him. I'm just trying to get it through to him. I can't answer the phone, I can't answer the door to whatever his name was. Anyway, I'm petrified of these things in case they slice you. I don't understand why they're so sharp. Why do they have to be sharp? You know what I mean? So the plan is, put you up here. Don't really have much to stand you on these days. We're kind of just go, we need to move this, is what we need to do. Put that over there. Move up, up. Put this the furthest up, breaking everything. The furthest to the wall that it will go. It'll go further than that, Alex. And I know it's going to fit. Don't get me wrong, because this space here that I'm sat in is bigger than a ruler. Like, that's how I think of 30 centimetres is the size of a school ruler. You wouldn't be able to fit inside of a box the size of a school ruler, would you? I can fit in this space absolutely perfectly. But it's the length of the bed that I need, because the bed's obviously going to have sides on it, in it, even though the sides may only be like an inch. An inch, maybe. My room isn't that clean. I'm usually a lot cleaner than this, but I feel like my whole life's falling apart. So we need that. We need to get the dimensions of the bed up. Why is it not in my trolley anymore? Imagine if it's sold out. That would be so funny. Super king size. Width. Length. Width is 191 centimetres. 191 centimetres. So 191, move my laptop before that gets scratched by the stupid scratch make. I get, oh, nearly tripped. The tape measure. What was it? 191 centimetres. Is this centimetres? I think this is centimetres. But that's 30 centimetres. That. 191. One. You know what? I don't think it's going to fit. Oh, great. That's one. Oh, it is going to be a tight squeeze, isn't it? Right, that's 191. Just. When I said, come on, straighten up. Straighten up. So that's against there. Should we add another? So that's 19. Yeah, take that off for a minute. It would really help if you didn't bend. Or if I actually, had a friend here to help me, but no. I wrote a poem. My first poem of 2024 was called Uno. And it was about playing Uno by myself because I've got no mates. Which is fun. But who needs friends? Like local friends, I mean. I've got online friends. Right, that's 200. You know what? That time I didn't drop it out of my hand though. I did last time. We're just gonna wing it. Life's too short to not take risks. And I know that's meant to mean like skydiving and not the measurements of a bed. But we need to remember who I am. I am Alex. And I think it's either gonna fit like a glove or it's gonna be like too big. But it is what it is. And so the plan is to get the bed frame because I feel stressed and I don't want loads of people and loads of deliveries come in and loads of things and mattresses in my house. So the plan is to get the bed frame, to build it, to get all the boxes and plastic and everything out of my house. All the boxes broken up so it looks perfect again. Put this mattress that I've got now on top of that because there'll just be a 15-ish centimetre gap on each side of the bed. It'll be fine. And then when I feel more mentally well, because it's the mattress that's the heavy thing. I can just bring in a bed frame, build it, and then just put the mattress on top because I don't have a bed frame because my bed frame's already gone. And so I'll do that. And then when I feel a bit, when I've recovered from that, because I don't actually know how I'm going to get that up the stairs yet, because I can choose the day it gets delivered, but I can't choose the time. It's anywhere between like 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. It reminds me of that Miranda episode where she's waiting for her Christmas parcels. Yeah. So I'm going to do that. Okay. It might not fit. But I can always get smaller bedside tables because I've got my heart set on this big bed. I really do. Like, I want a starfish now. Like, it's my bed. I could just see my phone just flashing, and I'm selling a load of things on eBay again because I do this like seasonally. For people that don't know, I sell all my clothes except like this thing, which is a icebreaker hoodie. I've got a black one as well. Don't know where it is. I don't know where it is because I can't keep track of my clothes. I can't. I think I gave it to my mum today to do my laundry because I can't get it done as much now because she works, you know. Because these are like £250 each. In Australian dollars, that's about 500 Australian dollars. That's about 300 US dollars each, because they're made from merino wool. Those sorts of things I don't get rid of because they're meant for travel. They're really thin. I can't really show you how thin they are, but they're really thin. And they're like some sort of miracle fabric, which keeps you cold in the summer and keeps you warm in the winter. So I have a black one and a grey one. I can show you my new blazer, actually. And so the next clip that you'll see, actually, after today, will probably be me building the bed, unless I've got something really important to share. Usually I don't. It's why I found it so hard to film videos weekly, because nothing really happens in my week. So can we put this... So this is my blazer I got. This was about £190 in British money, obviously. But I really like wearing blazers. It's like, this is more my aesthetic than a dress or a skirt. I don't care what my mother says. You know what I mean? No, my mum's quite supportive of my style. She is. I like it. Like, I wanted to get it, so it's from Everlane, which the sizes are a bit scuffed. So I didn't know whether to get, because in British sizes, because this is an American company, but then the sizes are weird again because it's a blazer. I couldn't really understand them. My size in English sizes is like 12, 14, which is like probably one of the most popular sizes for women's clothes. But when I got, like, I put in my height and my weight into the website, they were like, you're a size 10. So I was like, all right, whatever. So I just winged it, because I wing everything in life. Like, it's just, I can't be bothered. So I winged it. And it fits, but I wanted it to go over both a hoodie and to go over a t-shirt. It goes over this hoodie because this hoodie is as thin as my patience with a certain property manager. But it doesn't go over the new hoodie I got with the order. Like, if I can find it. Hoodies. So it's like, I wanted a simple black and a simple grey. I didn't get the black one this time. I'll get the black next time. Got to save money for my new bed. You know what I mean? And I have got a t-shirt on underneath this. I just zipped up because I'm cold, you know, because of a certain property manager not fixing my heaters. Sorry, I will stop going on about him. I'm just a bit salty today over it, actually. So I got this. It's quite nice. It has the branding on the outside, which makes me happy because not itchy on my back. So it's really snug. Someone said it's great for like travel, for like planes, with pants that match. I want to get like the black and the grey sets really with the pants as well, and the crew neck jumpers without the hood. They said it's great for planes. I was like, oh, I'm sold. And the thing is on the back. So like, I like these labels, for those that don't know. These are my joy, my pride and joy, my happiness, because I rub them. Like, I cut them out of things. Do I have any on me? Yes, I do. Cut them out of things and I rub them. This is from 4.5 TOG. Therefore, it's from a duvet, which my mum borrows them from work. I don't think she's meant to. Sorry. That's from my dad's work jacket. Sorry, my dad didn't know that my mum cut that out for me. That's from, I can't remember. But I cut them out. I've got a whole bag full of them. And so I like them. But these like itchy like cotton ones that are like sewn in on the backs, they itch beyond belief. I used to have t-shirts, like quite expensive t-shirts, like handmade from Etsy. They had them in the back and I couldn't wear them. And it bothers me because I don't like layering up. I don't like wearing like t-shirts underneath t-shirts, and I like to feel free, you know? I like to be able to just feel free, you know? So I'm quite happy that that was on the back. I don't know why they've done that. But honestly, Everlane, my darlings, you have got the thumb raise of every autistic person with sensory needs everywhere. And that's coming from me, you know, who doesn't give anybody a thumbs up. What else did I get? I got new socks because I didn't have any long socks, right? And it probably becomes a bit pointless now that we've getting into like warmer months slowly but surely. I know it's only January, but like my head is already in July. You know what I mean? But I wear boots a lot, like combat boots, and I didn't have any socks for them, so I got cream colour ones, white ones, which won't stay white for very long, and grey. What else did I get? I'm getting a black version of this t-shirt that I'm about to show you, which isn't here yet. Because these were on sale, so these came separately. They got delivered separately. It's called a heavy cotton box tee or something. Like I don't like thin clothes. I don't like it even in the summer. Like I feel like it's cheap. It's like how my head works. It doesn't make much sense. I know. And so I like really thick t-shirts because I just feel like they're gonna last longer. So I wanted so this is a white one. Really, really boring, I know. So I wanted the blazer for this and for that hoodie. It goes over this, not the hoodie, but then if if I returned it sized up, then it wouldn't have looked right on this. I look like I'm wearing like me dad's jacket and I'm like six years old. You know what I mean? So we can't have everything we want in life. So I said, would I rather it, now that we're getting into the warmer months, I'd rather have go over a t-shirt than over a hoodie, because it's a thick hoodie anyway and it's a thick blazer. So I'm getting a black one of them. Don't know when that's going to arrive. And this shirt, which is a size, that's a size large, I think. This is a size medium. Don't know, I just kind of wing different sizes and see what fits me. It's just a grey shirt, but it's thin. Like it goes well with like jeans and with shorts. Not trying them on because I can't be bothered and I don't feel well. So I'm not going to. I have tried them on. Everything fits, just about. So that's that really. That's the highlight of my month so far, but my month has included arguing with a property manager and almost dying from the influenza virus. You know what I mean? That's really it for now. Put my hoodie back on. I have put this thing here now. So did I put that there last time? Don't know, but I've got like my perfumes here now. I've put this thing here. You can't even see it to hide the wires for that thing. Yeah. Haven't really done much. I haven't really left my bed, really. Haven't done anything. So yeah, we'll be back with the time lapse for when I get my bed. We'll just hope it fits. I've got a suspicion it's gonna be like 2 centimeters too big. Because that's just the way the cookie crumbles for me.
So I've sped this up like twice and I somehow was able to get it to exactly 5 minutes long, this clip. The way that I move furniture still, it tickles me. Even though I'm the one that does it, it tickles me, it really does. Oh, this bed. So I'm editing this the day after building it. Oh no, oh my God, because now that I make videos once a month, I kind of edit as I go to kind of lessen the burden on me. Like the day before the video is meant to come out and I realised I've got like a whole ton of video to edit. But anyway, this was not a complicated bed. I mean, for some people it might be, it depends. It was just massive. You know, it was no more. What I mean is, it was no more complicated than my last bed. It was just massive, and I'm still, alone. It was quite hard. I had to keep taking multiple breaks. So you'll see a lot of weird cuts in this video, because there was one point where I had to screw a screw into wood, like without any holes, and I'm not the strongest human being alive. Like, I've got a bit of strength to me. Like, I've surprised some people with my strength, especially some guys. Some guys don't believe how strong I am until I, arm wrestle with them. But for some reason, it's got to be fair. For some reason, screwing something in and having to twist it and that sort of motion, especially when I was hot, and it just wasn't really a vibe. Alex, off your phone, thank you. I sound like a teacher. So the video cuts here because my battery died, and I was too busy being in the zone on my phone, obviously, that I completely didn't even realise my camera had died once I've put on this side, which, again, is easy, just requires a lot of screwing. Yeah, that was where it died. And then I had to lift the bed onto its side. And again, not hard to do, but the bed is so big, I had to take out the mattress, I had to take out that other bedside table, and I just sat there in the middle of that bed for a long time, and just in the little hole that I'm sitting now, and just sat there questioning my life choices. So after a rest, to make sure my hands weren't sweaty anymore, I had a rest, and I had a think, and I took everything out the room, which you'll see in a clip in a minute. I don't know when exactly it'll be. Now? Yeah, I tested to see if I can actually lift the bed, which I could. I was like, right, so yeah, I should be able to do it. But this is a super king size bed, which means it's 6 foot long and 6 foot wide, I think. So yeah, here you see it, it's cut. I had to lift it up, stick the Velcro on the back, and then put it back down. It is meant to have feet on it, but I don't understand how the feet works, because the bottom is a soft bottom. It's literally just Velcroed on, and I don't understand how you can put it, because it's one of those beds that lift up and down, hence the hinges that I didn't know how to work, and had to really, really read the instruction manual, because this bed opens up from the side, not from the bottom, like my old one did. This is me building the whole frame, which again isn't hard. It's just massive. I've never known a bed this big before. Like, I'm sat in it right now. I've still got the wrong size mattress, but hey ho. But yeah, it was quite easy. I think I was just literally watching a YouTube video while doing it on my TV. Like, this was kind of stood. My camera was stood to where I'm looking now, to the right of my TV, but to the left from where you're looking. So my TV would be on the right hand side. Cut again. I don't know why. I cut again. I think the camera kept dying as well, because there was a lot of breaks between these. And so it screwed the base on. And then the last bit is always my favourite bit. You just get the slats. You slot them into the little things, and you simply just click them on. A lot easier to get on than they are to get off, trust me. But yeah, next week I should be getting my new mattress. So it doesn't really look that great until then. But it fits like a glove. Like, I didn't really measure it like properly. I kind of just eyeballed it. But literally, it's like that bed with those two bedside tables were made for that space. Like, it just fits really well. Oh, and I do have stickers for those two bald spots on my wall. Before I start triggering people as much as it triggers me. Because it really does. Oh, okay, done now.
Oh my god, what a couple of days I've had. Well, especially today. Oh, where did I last leave off? So I could tell the story from the beginning. We left off with the property manager being a bit of a property manager, weren't we? Sorry, I'm still not feeling all that great, actually, but I'm kind of just plodding on because I've got to, haven't I? Who else was going to build my bed? So this is what my bed looks like anyway. It's absolutely massive. I don't really want to stand up right now, but I mean, it's massive. So it fits like a glove. When I actually get my mattress, because the mattress doesn't fit right now. When I get my mattress, I'll show people properly. But it's massive. it's like the centerpiece of my room now, which is what I wanted because that's what a bedroom is. You know, your bedroom is for the bed, and like that's what you go into the bedroom to do most of the time, not all the time. But anyway, the days that I've had. So we'll start from Monday. Was it Monday? Yeah, Monday. So I messaged my property manager. So my parents came up Saturday or Sunday. They came up to empty the rest of the water that was still in the washing machine because it was making me feel a bit... And I wasn't touching it because what germs are in that? No. For those who don't know, I have OCD. Oh, no thank you. So my parents came up and got rid of the water and dried it all out for me, so I didn't have to look at the water or think about the water or breathe the same vicinity as the water. Got rid of that. My dad was looking at the wash machine and he was like, this is like a really good Nick wash machine. Like, I don't understand what's wrong with it. Why didn't you ask the property manager if you could just get a contractor up? Because it could be an easy fix. Like, it could save him loads of money. I was like, okay. So that night, I think it was sort of Saturday night. Yeah, that was Saturday night. I emailed him saying, why don't you just get a contractor to come and have a look? Not that nasty, but why don't you get a contractor to have a look at it? Just a thought. Obviously, didn't hear from him Sunday because it's the day of rest. AKA, he doesn't work on Sundays. So I heard from him Monday morning, quite early Monday morning, which I ignored. He was just like, no, I don't want to, because if we spend money fixing it and it breaks again, we've just spent the money in vain, so we might as well just get a new one. So, all right, I completely ignored him. But later on that day, like a miracle, he goes, oh, just had the funds through for the washing machine and the 2 heaters all at once. I know. So he goes, I'll forward your contact details to the electrician and I will book a delivery for the wash machine and I'll let you know when that is. Like, it's 3 different trips. A contractor to come and take the old wash machine out, then he leaves. Then the new wash machine gets delivered by like Currys or whatever, and then the contractor, they don't fit it. The contractor then has to come back to fit it because they don't like staying for too long, because where I live, it's not a proper road. It's a road, but it's not a proper residential. You can't park anywhere on it. Like, there's no car parking spaces at all. It's all, and there's like a warden that walks up and down my road to make sure nobody parks there. You've got to park in Asda car park, which costs £5. Costs £5. Unless you spend so much money and then you get your money back or whatever it is. That's the only car parking space. And obviously, a big delivery truck from Currys cannot go in a multi-storey car park. You know? So they don't want to stay for too long because they don't want to get big caught by the car bandit person that's traipsing around with his little tickets. So 3 trips, which is fine. So anyway, that night rolled around and about 9 o'clock at night. Remember this, 9 o'clock at night. The electrician texted me because I was told, you know, Alex, he will text you. I've told him to text you, not call you. I was like, thank you. That's very, very appreciative. So he texted me. Do I even have the messages? I don't even think I've got the messages anymore. And recently deleted him. Recover, done. He goes, hi, electrician. Calling about your 2 faulty heaters. We will call tomorrow afternoon if that's okay. And I said, yes, could you make it about 3:30 tomorrow? Was what I got from him. Because I needed my mum to come up. But anyway, so he didn't come up. He didn't. And so I called him. I texted him first. It got to about 3:30. And no one arrived. So it got to 4. And I was like, So I texted him. And no one responded to me. I was like, okay, maybe he's on his way, maybe he's driving. Then it got to 5:30 and still no one turned up. And I was like, I don't like sitting on edge waiting for people because for context, they have access to these buildings. Like one morning, no word of a lie, hands on heart, woke up 9 o'clock one morning to a knock on my door. And I was like, what? Like one eye open, one eye closed. And before I even had chance to no one knocks on my door. The only person that knocks on my door is occasionally Amazon when they don't want to leave it downstairs. Like my parcel's downstairs because they get nicked, they get stolen. I'm like, I didn't get my parcel. And so sometimes they knock on my door and they leave it down. That's the only time they leave it outside my front door and then they disappear. If anyone knows Amazon, know that they do that. So I wasn't in a rush to get to my door because I was like, it could only be Amazon. Like I didn't know if I was expecting anything. I had just woken up to knocking on my door. And before I'd even rolled over, sat up, put my glasses on, I could not see. a thing. I can't even see my face in the viewfinder right now. Like, I cannot see a thing. I have to be this close and squint to look, because I am blind as a bat. Can't see a thing. So I was like, all over the place. Next thing I know, unlocks my door. I could be asleep naked. You know what I mean? I wasn't, because it's the dead of winter. This was about November. This happened. The dead of winter, but you never know. You never know. I mean, I would say I could have my heaters really high, but I didn't have any heaters, did I? No, because they're broken. Especially my bedroom one, that's been broken for over a year. Anyway, they were in my hallway. By the time that I'd actually stood up, they were stood in my hallway. 2 men. I had no prior text, no prior email, no prior phone call. They were stood in my hallway. No one knew about it. Absolutely not. So I'm just keeping an eye on my time because I've got chicken nuggets cooking. 7 minutes and 3 minutes left, so we're going to make this quick. Anyway, so they have access to my house. So I didn't want to like put headphones on or start eating or have a shower or have a nap, because I was really tired yesterday because I woke up early. My sleep's been, I mean, it's back to normal. It's like a normal sleep schedule, but it's messing with my head because I'm never have a normal sleep schedule. So I was like on edge, so I knew I had to call them. It was either call them or be anxious all night. So I called them and I was like, are you calling today? He goes, huh? Long story short, he knew nothing about it. He forgot to read his, he must have the memory of a goldfish, because he didn't remember anything. He didn't write it in his book. He didn't do anything. So no, he didn't do anything. So I said, okay, could you come tomorrow? He goes, yeah, I'm free tomorrow. I said, could you make it early? Because in the meantime yesterday, I had got a text from the delivery company who was delivering my bed, saying, because I'd ordered my bed in the meantime of this week, I'd ordered my bed, and they said, we're going to deliver tomorrow between 7:30 a.m. and 9:30 a.m. Absolutely not, because I needed my mum up here, because I didn't want to deal with them. What if they weren't going to bring it upstairs for me? Like, I had to deal with them. So I had my mum up here 7:30 this morning. How she's been here all day. She has been a bit of a help, though. She has. You're going to watch this, I know you are, because you're going to want to watch me build the bed. So hello, thank you for the help. And by that I mean she passed me like a screwdriver, I think. But that's what she does. She does the same with my dad as well. It's quite a good help when you've got your hands full, you know. Anyway, so what was I up to in my story? So the electrician came, him and his little apprentice. He was like 18 or something. And they had to look at the heaters and they first thought that they got them working by closing the windows on the heater, like closing the tabs on. It's like a smart heater, closing the tabs on them or something. He goes, it'll work now. When we stood there and it didn't work, I said, this has been broken for over a year. I've tried everything to get these to work. And he goes, oh, well, I'll have to order you 2 new ones then. So they'll come on Friday. So today's Wednesday, the 10th of January. And they're coming, he said maybe Friday. I'll be in contact. I'll be in correspondence, was his exact words. I'll be in correspondence with you. So I've been awake since 3 a.m. Why? Because I went to bed early. I've found a new series that I like on Netflix, but I watched a bit of that. And so I went to bed early because in my brain I was like, right, I'm going to have a really, really, really good night's sleep. No, that's not how my brain works. Because my brain is so used to only having like 3-4 hours of sleep. Usually, sometimes I've been having more lately. I have been trying to get into a normal sleep schedule, but usually my brain does wake up. And I woke up at 3 a.m. full of life for some reason. And I was like, I don't usually go on my phone at night because I want to try and fall back to sleep, and staring at your screen is like a no-go. And so I refrained from staring at my screen. And so I just sat there. And I ended up like cleaning the bathroom at like 3 a.m. because I try and do anything I can to keep myself busy without looking at a light or a screen. And so I was cleaning the bathroom and I was doing all sorts of stuff. And by the time I'd actually like got back into bed, it was like 5:30 a.m. I was like, So there was no point in me really sleeping. So I didn't. So I've been awake since 3:30 really. So that's that. And then I had to build a bed. I had to get the bed up the stairs. They did lift them up the stairs and into the lift for me. So I was the elevator, the lift. So I was quite happy with that. But it's massive. Like, it's massive. You can't tell from the video, but it's massive. I need to put like my mirror on the wall. I've put my temporary heater there. The bedside tables fit quite nicely. It all like the panels of the bed, like the panels look like the drawers of my bedside table. It does all actually look quite good together. I need some bigger pillows as well. I need a new duvet, some bigger pillows, because the pillows only come up to... You could probably have 3 sets of pillows, like if that's your lifestyle. You could probably have like a line of 3 pillows. But you can get king size pillows, you can, so it doesn't look stupid. So I'm going to get some super king size pillows. And a super king size duvet cover and duvet and sheet for the mattress that I'm going to get. When I can be bothered to, really, because I don't like too much change. I know that sounds really weird, but sleeping on a new mattress is going to be it's for my forever bed, you know, for a good couple of years, so I'm going to have to get used to it. So I've got to get my brain prepared for it. That probably makes no sense to anyone that, like, maybe isn't autistic, you know? I don't know. It's a massive box. Like, it's absolutely massive. It's 6 foot. Because the bed is feet long, and with all the ways, it's 6 feet. That's what the headboard came in. So it's 6 feet long, this box. And I really want to salvage some of the cardboard off it, like, to make a massive painting or something. I've got a few projects in my mind for a YouTube video and stuff. I'm not really painting, I don't paint, but I colour. I colour and I stick. You know, like, it just seems like too good of a box to get rid of. Like, I just want to cut, like, the big sheets off it. The other bits, the side bits can go. But I want to do something with it. I do. And the bed's called Costa. I could do with a Costa now. Costa's like a coffee shop in England. So yeah, I'm gonna go and eat because my food's ready in 59 seconds. I've timed that well, haven't I? I'm gonna go and eat. The next clips you see, I'll probably be like putting stuff on the wall. I've got some new command tape, whatever it's called, No More Nails tape, to put the mirror up, to put a few things up. Yeah. What else do I need to put up? I'm getting more stickers for there. There's no stickers there. I've got the planes, I just need to get the other ones. The other ones weren't available, which was found really annoying. But yeah. I'll be back. Being busy. Once I've eaten my nugs.
I was doing this stupid o'clock in the morning one day. I don't know why I was awake so early that morning, and my thumb really hurted. I had some weird blister on it, I'm not really too sure. But it's better now. I think it was from when I built my bed, because this was like maybe a day or 2 after building my bed. Yeah, so I coated that thing. I got this off Etsy. I got it customly painted. It says Adventure Awaits. I still don't think it matches. I went through like a million different shades of grey, but I still don't think it matches. Here you see me. It's a terrible angle. That's why I'm getting a new tripod. I'm getting a new tripod soon. I think I mentioned that later on in the video. But here you see me hanging up my hats with these little hat hook things I got off Amazon, Etsy. I can't remember. But I don't love it, but I don't hate it. I just needed somewhere to put them, so it wasn't, because I was putting them on top of my coats, like on the coat hooks, and every time I wanted to get my jackets, because I put all my jackets on my coat hooks because I don't have space in my drawers, my hats would just fall off, and it was just a pain, so I needed a dedicated space for them. So it'll do for now. Looks a bit scruffy. I look a bit scruffy in that hoodie. I mean, I've run out of clean clothes. I've been waiting for my wash machine now for like 20 billion years. But it is what it is. Where have I gone? What am I doing? Oh, I'm sticking other hooks around the place for like my headphones and my ring fit. Might as well make use of them.
I look like I've been dragged through a hedge backwards. What a day I've had, everyone. So it's now currently 4:30. It feels a lot later. I feel like I could sleep for a week. You know what I mean? Like, I look tired, I think. Like, I'm looking at myself in the viewfinder. I look tired. But look at the size of these. Talk about tired. Look at the size of these pillows. They just keep going. They're 3 feet long. I've got 2 of them. They came from... Well, I got them from Amazon, but Amazon didn't deliver them because they weigh a ton. They're from Martian Dreams. They're from my new bed. They're obviously because a Super King is 6 foot long, 6 foot wide. Both, I think. You need bigger pillows for them so it doesn't look stupid. So I got these, but they're cool because they zip off. Like they've got a zipper here and you take them out, and then they've got a zipper the other side and you can re-fluff them. You can add fluff to them, which is cool. I'm going to get these ones, I've got these, and then I'm going to get some feather ones because they're the ones I've got on my bed, and I don't like things being too different. And the box they came in. Can I take the address off this? No, that was everything but my address. Because it comes with like... That's a bit better. It came with like... There's a comic about aliens on the box because they're called whatever it was called, Martian Dreams. They're kind of very space themed, and I love aliens. Like a lot of my usernames are Alex the Alien. I love aliens. Look at that little sheep getting abducted. I just found it really fun. I don't know. I was gonna leave them in the box until I got my new mattress. But I was bored waiting for all the people to arrive. So, the washing machine ordeal. So, that is not the same washing machine. No, that is, in fact, I won't sit down. I'll walk over here. This is, in fact, the incorrect washing machine. So, it was their fault. It was their fault because they asked me for the model number when my washing machine first originally broke. When my washing machine first broke, they asked me for the model number, and so I didn't make any errors in typing. I opened the door of the washing machine and I took a picture of the serial number, so they had everything. They had the barcode, all the numbers that they could need. So if they were to make an error, not on my part. And so they did. They did make an error. They mixed up one letter, the W and the D. Or they forgot to put a D on the end of it. I don't know. But what ended up arriving was exactly the same. Same brand, same sort of washing machine, same functions on it, except it didn't have the dryer component to it, which is an issue because I live in a very, very, very small apartment and there is nowhere else to dry clothes. I rely on that dryer. And we didn't realise until the delivery company had gone. We didn't realise because they skedaddled because they're not meant to be parking on double yellow lines, and that's in front of my whole house. There is nowhere else to park. And so I was about to unwrap it because the contractor said make sure they unwrap it, and they didn't because they left. So I started to unwrap it and I was looking around at it. Can I turn it? Not really, no. And it was exactly the same, but it didn't have any of the washer dryer parts of it. And I said to my mum, because my mum was here, I was like, this isn't a washer dryer, this is just a washer. Which, saying it, and probably you got hearing it, doesn't sound like much. I get that, but I paying my money for the stuff that was in this house when I signed the contract, which was a fridge, a freezer, a washer dryer, and an oven, a cooker, whatever this thing is behind me. And like that's every other apartment has a washer dryer. Mine was the first one to ever break. I say first one because they will break eventually. Just I like to ram clothes in mine. So my mum said, "Oh, it'll do, Alex, it'll do." And I said, "Well, no, it won't do at all because even if I could somehow find a way of drying my clothes, which is fine, how will I dry 6 foot and long and 6 foot wide bed sheets? Like, how will I dry them? So unless you want me to drape them over doors with the water soaking into the wood, causing mould throughout my apartment, you know, it's just not feasible. It's not feasible. You know, I moved into this place with the notion that it had, and so we phoned the property manager and he agreed with me. He goes, you know, if you had a washer dryer before, it would be unfair for us to take that away from you. Like, it seems really small, but after the month I've had, the least thing I wanted was, because it's weird, right? It was weird because I had a dream about it. Like, I had a nightmare about it about a week ago, maybe a little less, maybe about 4 or 5 days ago. And I literally remember telling my mum I had this dream where I didn't have a dryer in my washing machine anymore, and I found it really inconvenient. Like, I probably do sound a bit like a woe is me talking about this. Like, I get that, but it's not the point really, is it? Like, yeah, I could have dealt with it, but it was like washing the sheets. That's what I use my dryer mainly for, is washing my sheets and my blankets and stuff. Because, you know, everyone else has it. Why are they taking that away from me? Anyway, long story short, we phoned the property manager. We explained the situation. He goes, okay, leave it with me. If Alex, because it was my mum really talking, if Alex had a washer dryer, after we got through to him, they kept like beeping us, like, so like it went through to voicemail. They were, leave it with me. If Alex had like, he was doubting me at one point, because he was like, I'm sure they're just washers. And I'm like, are you literally doubting my own reality right now? Like, what did I do? Hallucinate drying my clothes for the past 18 months? No, I didn't. I was drying my clothes for the past 18 months with the dryer that was built into my washing machine, you know? And he's like, well, if Alex is right, then it's our problem to fix. We're like, okay, whatever. So me and my mum went out for lunch, waiting for the heater people to arrive, because we had to cancel the contractor, because I'm like, I'm not doing anything with this thing now. And my mum she was kind of like rolling her eyes at me, like, why are you being so dramatic, Alex, kind of thing. She didn't say it, but I know she was feeling it, you know? I don't know. And so while we were out, the property manager phoned me, and I actually answered, because I wanted to know. I wanted him to say that I was right and he was wrong, because I knew that was what he was going to say. And so I answered the phone, and he was like, Alex, you were right. We were wrong. It was a mistake on our part. And I was like, I really wanted to say, yeah, I know. But I didn't. I said, oh, I was just really confused, actually. I was really confused. And he was like, yeah, instead of, like, he typed in the number, but he missed the D off the end of it, which stood for washer dryer, apparently. He just put the W, which was just washer. And so that was the one that arrived. So he goes, you know, I've got everything sorted. Your new one is coming tomorrow, and they're going to take this one away. So leave it in the packaging. Don't touch it. Leave it all in the cellophane. And they're going to take that one away, and they're just going to replace it with a new one. We'll then rehire the contractor to come tomorrow after he's finished his day of work to come and fit it for you tomorrow about 3:30, 4, 4:30 sort of time after work. And I was like, great. So it did seem in the moment when I looked at that dial and I didn't see the dryer settings, I felt like crumbling into my floor and never emerging. But sometimes you just have to take a step back and you just have to reevaluate the whole situation. I was in the right, you know. I'm not saying this to be boastful. I'm saying this to be like, this probably happens a lot. I'm probably really wonky, actually, because my legs were wonky on my tripod. You know, there are a lot of situations where someone would have just dealt with it and they would have just been annoyed. And then they would have had to drape their massive sheets over that because they've got a massive bed all of a sudden, because their bed broke the same time that the wash machine broke. So they decided to get a new, bigger bed. And they're going to have to drape those over all the doors and stuff, because I've got nowhere to dry clothes at all. I've got like a little like square rectangular looking thing. You've already seen it in some of my videos, which you can hang clothes off. But that would maybe fit one sheet on it. You couldn't put any, so where would I put? I could either dry my sheets or dry my duvet. I couldn't do both. And what if I needed to wash my blankets? Because I've wrapped myself in my blankets, so I usually wash them the same time I wash my duvets once a week. So what would I do then? You know, it's just not feasible when I could just, everybody else, all other 59 apartments can just throw them in the dryer. Like, yeah, the dryer gobbles up electricity, as my mum likes to say, but you know that's not really a factor I need to worry about. How I should get that choice, you know. Anyway, it's sorted now. It's sorted. It'll be this time tomorrow. Cross my fingers, touch wood. Everything will be fine tomorrow. Anyway, my heaters, which was something that did get fixed. So, because they bought these things, this is an old one. This is the only one that still works. Because they bought these in bulk a long, long time ago, like they were even out of warranty before I moved in. So they bought these years in advance. They A, no longer make that model anymore, and B, were completely out of warranty. So the landlord, or the property manager, I don't know, had to splash out and buy all new heaters for my my bedroom and my hallway, because my living room one still works for now. And so they look like this. They're pretty much similar. They've just got a black switch on there. They've got like dials. So he's left the manual with me because you can like set them to like turn on at certain times and stuff. Oh, the wall is I'm not used to, this one hasn't worked in like over a year. It's really weird to have a heater working in my bedroom. Mad that. And the same one is in my hallway over years. And so it wasn't a total flop today. It really wasn't. Things did go my way today. And we made some of my parcels, which was good. Very, very slippy and icy and snowy outside still, which I'm not a fan of. But right now I'm just gonna chill. Might do some uploading of these videos actually, because I must be reaching the capacity of my memory card, because I've just been filming all sorts of random stuff. And I want to keep on top of the editing so that I don't have, like, because I'm still going to be filming on the 30th when my mattress comes, maybe, probably. I don't want to have to do the whole video in one night, because these monthly videos are a lot longer usually, because I have more time to talk and more things are obviously going on in my life because it's over an entire month. Things happen more than just in a week. I like it. I like doing videos once a week. Well, I've only done December's and January's once a month. Did I say once a week? I don't know. My brain is foggy. Everything's foggy. I'm exhausted. And I'm just going to relax now. And by relax, I mean not relax at all. I'd probably upload this stuff, and then once I've done that, I'll be working on another video, because I'm working on like 3 videos at a time. It doesn't stop, but I don't like stopping, because if I stop, then thoughts get the best of me, and I don't really like that. But yeah, I'll update people probably actually when I'm putting something on the wall, like either tomorrow when my wash machine is done. I might pop in then. If not, then when I'm putting like my mirrors and my pictures on the wall, maybe. I don't know. Right, so I did, it's a bit dark, isn't it? Now, can I sit somewhere where there's better light? That's better, because my lights are coming from the kitchen. So, I did start filming, but then I realised I only had two bars on my battery. So, what a day. So, where did I leave off yesterday? They brought the wrong washing machine and that they were replacing it tomorrow. Well, tomorrow has now arrived, because I haven't slept actually. So technically in my head, tomorrow hasn't arrived. I maybe had like an hour at like 9 p.m. yesterday, but that was it, because I'm riddled with anxiety. I don't know, but I've had quite a productive night. I've got all my little bits and bobs done that needs to get done, because I knew I had to deal with the AO.com people. That's a delivery company in England. I had to deal with them by myself, because my mum, they were getting delivered in the morning. It is now currently 10:15 a.m. It was between 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. they was getting delivered. It's usually quite early. It came about 9:45. And the dude that's coming to fit it wasn't coming till like 4 p.m. And that's the dude that kind of makes me uncomfortable. Nothing wrong with him. He's great. But I don't like contractors in my house. They talk to me and I don't want to seem rude by not talking to them. So my mum's the chin wagger. I just sit there and look pretty much. So I knew I had to brave it and be by myself when the AO.com people brought my washing machine, which was fine because they are just delivery people. They are in and out. And these dudes did try to literally be in and out. So yesterday, when my mum was here, it was quite nice. They came up. They wheeled the washing machine into my kitchen. They took the old washing machine away and left. No chatter, no miscommunication, no nothing. Today, they called me. Well, they called me on my phone. They called me on my cell phone. They called me on my phone and they said we're 5 minutes away. Yesterday they said they were 10 minutes away. They gave me more time yesterday. They didn't give me as much time today. They gave me 5 minutes, which ended up being 4 minutes to prepare. And so this is a courtesy call. We're 5 minutes away. I said, oh, okay, right. So I've got 5 minutes, which I kind of did prefer because I didn't have as long to sit and ponder about it. You know, sometimes things have to be this short and snappy. You know what I mean? And then they called my intercom because I live in an apartment. They called my intercom and they said, hello, we're here for the delivery of your it's AO for your washing machine. Whatever they said. And I said, okay, do you want me to come down? They said, do you have a lift? And I said, yeah, if you go up the first lot. And they said, okay. And then they were gone. They were at they'd left. The voice was trailing off. It was going. I was like, you didn't even let me finish my sentence. I was going to say, all they heard was, if you go up the stairs. That's all they heard. And because what I was meant to say, if you go up the first lot of stairs, there is a lift to your right. But they didn't let me say that. So all they heard was, if you go up the stairs. So I don't know if they walked up the stairs, but they did take their sweet time. So I would like to believe that they went up the stairs because that's what they get for not listening to my whole sentence. Anyway, so eventually, lift or stairs, they made it up to my floor, which I'm on the first floor. It's 2 flights of stairs. It's not that bad. So what happened then? So they got that. They had like wheels. You know, it kind of looks like that, and the thing sits on it and it wheels away, kind of thing. And they plonked it down in the hallway, like not in my hallway, in the apartment hallway outside my front door. And they took the thing off, and they looked at me, and I looked back at them, and they looked at me, and I looked back at them, and they said, "Did you want to bring it inside?" I was like, oh, I'm here by myself. I don't look all that old nor that strong. Of course I want to bring it inside. I didn't say that, but I wanted to. I just said, if you wouldn't mind. That's what I said. And so they left their wheel carrier thing in the hallway and they carried it. This massive washing machine / dryer inside. And they plonked it right there where you just saw it. Because next to it, where the massive gaping hole is, like just pulled out of that, next to it was the wrong one, the one that got delivered yesterday. And so they plonked the new one down and they were like, right, that's up. And then they were like, right, okay, we're off. I was like, oh, you're not taking the other one? They were like, well, it's not on the order. I said, well, my landlord just wanted them swapping. Like, he'd got the wrong one delivered. And that was it then. They were quite angry at me. Well, I don't know if they were angry at me or just fed up. But then, the only way I can describe these two dudes was like the 2 criminal dudes from Home Alone, the first Home Alone movie. Just the kind of way they interacted. One of them had a stupid hat on. They had thick Bristol accents, which I understand the dudes from Home Alone don't because they're from America. But there was just something about the way these 2 dudes interacted that just reminded me of them. And eventually they huffed and puffed a bit and sighed and tutted. Then they ended up taking it. And they were like, we weren't meant to. I was like, But I said, just, you were. If you read it, you were. So they took it. And so, but Graham is the dude, the contractor, who's meant to come and fit the other washing machine today at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, whenever he says o'clock. He goes, could you tell them to unwrap it and put it close to the washing machine hole? And my mum said, yep. Not knowing full well that I was not going to tell these dudes to unwrap it and put it near the washing machine hole. Absolutely not. Wasn't happening. And so it is left fully wrapped and the complete opposite side of my kitchen to the washing machine hole, actually. So we have to unwrap it. And I say we because we're going to do it together. Because it's always fun when you get to do things in teams, is it not? Anyway, so I'm going to stand you like here. Yeah. Please ignore the footstool that I keep. Gonna get a pair of scissors. Ignore the footstool that I keep near my thing. It's so that I'm tall enough to reach my microwave. And so we're just gonna kind of... Let's take the top off first because I need to see if this is actually a dryer. Wouldn't it be really funny if it wasn't? Like, wouldn't it be absolutely hilarious? I won't be able to get it all off because I won't be able to lift it to get the bottom off. You know what I mean? Like, this is not my job. This is technically the contractor's job. But when I was looking at the AO.com website yesterday, you've got to pay to have them take the packaging off. Technically it's only a £5, but you've got to prepay. And knowing the company, the housing, the people, the property manager, I know he wouldn't have paid the £5. He probably had to splash out for next day delivery already. He wasn't going to have to splash out another £5, was he? If he did, then I'm thinking he would have told me. But if he did, I'm really sorry, my darling. I am really sorry. But you can get your £5 refund from ANO.com. AO.com. I keep calling it ANO.com because there's a shop in my hometown called ANO, and it's been like, it's like the only shop from like when I was a kid that is actually still going. Every other shop from when I was a kid, except like one DIY shop, has closed down. Hey! You've got the dryer settings on. This is great news. Oh, you're going to need that, Graham. You're going to need the bump. This is Fandabby-dozy. Well, I'm going to end up scratching you like that, but that's okay. Oh, I mean, I'll try not to break it. No promises. Oh, hey, what do? You're wrapped up. What are you for? Well, I'll just leave you there, shall I? Like, I won't be able to get the bottom bit off. He's having a giraffe if he thinks I can get that off. But I can get the rest off for him. Like that. But it's sitting on a piece of cellophane and I'm not even gonna attempt it, really. I might be able to get the whole bit of plastic off because it doesn't get wrapped all the way around. I'm doing this on no sleep. But whose fault is that, everybody? It's Alex's fault. Well done. It is my fault. And I go really weird when I've got no sleep. I do. I feel weird when I've had no sleep. Did you come with a pipe? You did. Is that the same pipe? I don't know. And I don't want to know, to be honest. Is that the same pipe? You know what? I ain't got a Scooby-Doo. Oh, right, well, I'm not going to get much better than that, am I? I'm not lifting it and getting the bottom off it, because it's literally sitting on it. So, like, my mum and Graham can do that. I'm tired. I'm absolutely exhausted. I've got polystyrene all over my floor, which is not fun. Anyway, where I went before, so that's why I cut the video. I haven't cut it, but I will cut it in editing. I absolutely despise, with every fibre of my being, editing videos. Absolutely not. So I bought, right, no, it's really funny, because about 4 days ago, well, I should say 4 nights ago, I had a dream of me cruising down Sydney, the city in Australia, just cruising down on a penny board. For those that don't know what a penny board is, it's a company founded in Australia. They're like plastic skateboards. You can get them quite small, or you can get them quite big, like the size of a skateboard. And I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning as I can buy in a penny board. This is why you don't trust Alex with money, because, and I didn't get it in black or white or grey. It's none of those colours. And so I was just unwrapping that, and I'll bring it in. Well, it's in a box. I'll bring the box in. It's quite a nice size box, actually. Make sure my address isn't on it. And so I was unwrapping that thing, and my door went. I said, I'm not expecting any parcels today. I'm expecting Amazon deliveries tomorrow. I'm getting 2 new pillows, like feather pillows, to go with my whatever is in them, wool. The other pillows I showed people technically yesterday, but it was like maybe half an hour ago for you. Get my address off it in the bin. I'm getting a new tripod. Like, it's cool. Like extends. I can't wait to show everyone, so I can, and it folds up and it comes with a bag. I'm getting that. Some shelves, which I hopefully will fit in my bathroom. If not, then don't know where I'll put them. And something else. Something else. Check my Amazon. It was literally, I ordered them like an hour ago. Oh, a new phone, a new camera case, a one that's like small and can go over my shoulder, but it's I don't know, practical. Where's my scissors? And so anyway, yeah, I was unwrapping my washing machine, and I heard my door go, and I was like, I'm not expecting anything. And it was Parcel Force, and I said, they were like, it's a delivery for Alex. I said, I'll come down, and he was really nice, he was. I had a chin wag with him. I did. I'm all right. Well, not all right. I'm a little bit more all right if they're not in my house. And I said, I'll come down. He goes, oh, are you sure? And so I went down, and he was telling me all about how he found it really hard to find it here. Because it's really hard to find where I live. I live on a commercial road or something. I don't know what they chat about. And so the box looks like this. It has Penny on the inside of it. Penny Australia. Did I want a skateboard? No. I wanted a penny board. And I want to be cruising down. I don't want to take this one. I got a bigger one because I don't know. I don't know how to ride a skateboard. Like, should I have added that bit in? Don't know how to ride a skateboard. And there is a skateboard somewhere in my parents' house, which I learned to ride tried to learn to ride about 2 years ago. And as far as I got was holding onto the sofa because I was too scared to even move on carpet. That's as far as I got with learning the skateboard. But I thought maybe this one will be different because it's a penny board. Obviously, I have good taste. That's going to be backwards for most of you, I think. Obviously, I have good taste. Obviously. But you can get a smaller one than this, which you can literally fit into a backpack. And so once I've learned, if I ever learn to ride this one, then I'll get a small one, and that'll be the one I'll take to Australia with me, if and when I ever go to Australia, because I keep saying I'm going. But I seem to be cancelling every trip that I seem to be going on. It is pretty though. I did get a pretty colour. I will give myself that. I don't know what colour it's meant to be. It's like a blue. but it does look very grey. It does look more grey than blue, but those bits are blue. Those bits are blue. Should we try and stand on it? Barefoot on, well, socks on the carpet. Keeping that box though. Oh, should we take the tag off it? That would probably help, wouldn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Register your ride. Yeah, I'll do that, whatever that is, in a bit. It does feel quite well made, but I know nothing about skateboards or pennyboards. So that's that. Right. This is why I need a bigger tripod, because we can't put you there. This is why I'm getting that new tripod. We'll sit you there. I'm just a bit scared of them, is all. Oh. I can see it lasting about a week before it's ending up on eBay for 99p. You know? Maybe I could just like scoot around my house on it on my bum. Like if I just like sit on it. You can't even see what I'm doing because too many stupid tables in my house in there. You know what I mean? It just looks like a skateboard, but it's a pennyboard. You know? But I will learn to ride it. One day. I don't really have any space. I don't have any outdoor space. I don't even have... But I think it'll look cute by my door. It'll look like I go out and do things when I actually don't. You know? So that's fun. I'm leaving the wash machine like that. I'm not even touching it. I'm leaving the whole kitchen just looking like that. When you're looking like that. Time for 10,100 MBIs. Who's that? Who sings that? Boyzone? Take That. Westlife. It's one of them. It's one of them. I'm really sure it's Westlife. Or Take That. Don't think it's Boyzone. It's not McFly. I was listening to McFly this morning though. Or last night. Whenever. I don't know where the crossover is from this morning to last night. Like, where does it cross over if you don't sleep? Because, like, if it was last night, it's 10 p.m. I was awake at 10 p.m. Last night was 11. Would you say last night for 1? Because if you're up at 1 o'clock but then go to sleep at, like, 1:10, you would then say last night, wouldn't you? You wouldn't say, oh, earlier this morning, if you were referring to 1 o'clock if you had slept, would you? You would have said last night before I went to sleep. So at what point, if you don't sleep, does the crossover occur? I don't know. Because like you're awake through the morning and the afternoon, and the crossover is like 12, isn't it? This is like what my brain goes through when I haven't had any sleep. But I'm gonna go and put this pennyboard somewhere that isn't in the middle of my floor because either my mum or Graham is gonna go flying on it. And as funny as that would be to put on you'vebeenframed.com, it's not even a .com, is it? It's a TV show which I don't even think probably exists anymore. Because that's why YouTube.com exists. Did it say it was delivered? Did I get an email saying it had been delivered? Been delivered. No? Yes. No. Just my property manager telling me, oh, it's your wash machine's due. But yeah, we know it's come. You're late. It's already arrived. It's here. It's the right one though. It's exactly the same. Like I was really scared. Because when it first broke and I told him, he goes, oh, I'll have to get like for like or something similar. And I don't like the word similar because similar doesn't mean same. Similar means the same enough to be like passable, but different enough for it not to be the same. And I'd have to learn all new controls. And for context, I'd never used a washing machine before I moved out. I've used them a lot now because I've literally travelled to Australia and used multiple washing machines. And I've just had to kind of figure it out. The same with what I did with this one, I figured it out. But this is like the first washing machine that I've ever used. And I was really sad when it broke because like I hate like washing dishes, I hate cooking. But one thing that I really enjoy doing is laundry. Like I really enjoy it. It's quite therapeutic sitting on this, just rocking back and forth. Not its intended purpose. I could have bought a rocking chair. Maybe for the same price. It was like 30 quid. Just cheap, I think. For like, it says Penny Australia on it. Look at that. Look how big the word Australia is. Not as big as the word penny, I get that. But look how cool I look. Will I ever ride it? Probably not, no. But I look cool. You could get ones with like sharks on the bottom, and they were cool. But you get like a jet black one, and I was really wanted to get the jet black one. Probably when I get a smaller one, I'll get a jet black one. But I just wanted something fun. I'm not keeping it forever because I'm either going to sell it because I can't be bothered with it, or I'm going to sell it because I've learned to ride it and I want to get a small one that can fit in my backpack. So either way, it won't be staying in my life forever. Because like keep it at your first one. Yeah, I don't keep things from sentimental value. I don't do that. I'm not a sentimental person. You know what I mean? But it is a nice colour. It's like a dusky blue is the best way I can describe it. It looks grey on the camera. It looks grey. But I know it's blue because it said blue on the website. It said blue. I like the feel of the wheels. They're like hard, but they're like a really dense gummy bear. Like a dense gummy wheel, but it's like see-through. So I liked these wheels because they were see-through. Kind of. You know what I mean? They had like some sort of depth to them, but like visual depth. You know? I don't know. I'm really tired. Like really tired. My mum just scolded me on the phone. She watched my Snapchats that I'd sent to her or whatever. Because she'd just gone on a break from work and she was like, you need to sleep, because I was telling her I hadn't slept or whatever. And she was like, you need to sleep. And then I got to say hi to my mum's friend who has 34 cats. 34 cats, and I'm really jealous. And 2 of her cats are having kittens and I'm not allowed one. Because she was there on FaceTime with my mum. And she was like, oh, my cats are having kittens. I said, oh. And my mum said, no. I don't even think about it, Alex. I knew you were going to say it. Absolutely not. I think I deserve a kitten after everything I've been through. I really do. I've been through such... But after today, it's done then. Everything's done technically until the 30th when my mattress is coming. And then once that mattress has plonked its mattressy bottom onto my bed, and my parents have took my old one, and they closed the door and I've locked it behind them, everything is done. Nobody else, unless they are my friends, my foes, my family. Foes is bad, isn't it? Foes is like enemy, is it? My friends or my family, only them then have to come into my house. I don't see any reason why anybody else will have to come into my house then. Which people are probably watching this like, Alex, what the hell are you chatting about? Why does this matter? It's just because loads of people have been in my house. Like loads of people. Like that's 4 different delivery drivers from AO.com just in the past 24 hours. Like 4. Not to mention the 2 dudes that came and fit the heaters. And the first dude was the same dude, but his little apprentice was a different dude. Like he had a different dude with him. And like, so that's another 3 different people. 2 different people? 3 different people. So now we're up to 7 just in the past 3 days. Not even to mention Graham. So 8 people in 4 days. 8 people. It's just too many people. You know what I mean? It is too many people. But yeah, that's really it. I promise you, the next post you're gonna see most probably, is me putting the stupid mirror on the wall. I just don't have much room in my room anymore. I kind of didn't realise how big that bed was going to be. It is kind of an inconvenience. It's not going to be an inconvenience once everything is on the wall. It'll be fine then. And I will like it more then. But right now that I've got the wrong... Like, it's like a massive bed that I can't utilise all the space of because I've only got a mattress, which is like 3/4 of the size of it. You know? So it's kind of a bit annoying. And I've got random pillows there which I can't use because they actually don't fit on the bed yet because I don't have a mattress to fit them on. So it's just everywhere. Like, I've got all my teddies all there. I've got my cushions, like my throw pillows all everywhere. There's a washing machine in the middle of my kitchen. Did I mention that? Just a tad, Alex, just a tad. I'll stop complaining now. This is just like going to be a video of like 4 hours of Alex complaining. Maybe that's what I should just title the whole video. Just 4 hours of Alex complaining. Because that's all I'm doing. You can only get better from here. The only way is up. Just call me the only way is Essex. You hear that? You hear it? Music to my ears. My washing machine is indeed back and working and washing my mountain of laundry that it needed to wash. So I'm back. This is not a time lapse of me putting my mirror up, but sad to announce, my shelves fell down. Yeah, and I don't really think I'm gonna put them back up because they all fell down at once, and I want to know why. That was one of the hooks I put up in one of the last things I recorded. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to put them back up. I think I'm just going to put these pictures that I always have up. I think I'm just going to put them back there. Sorry if you can hear that. I'm not sorry, actually. I want everyone to hear the washing machine. It deserves to have his voice heard, you know? So I'll probably put that back up there. I'm not too sure yet. I'm getting new shelves tomorrow from Amazon. They're meant to be for my bathroom, but I have a sneaky suspicion they're going to be too wide, like a few centimetres too wide, which is quite annoying. But if they are, that's fine. I think they'll fit there. If they do, they look a bit more sturdy. I will put them there instead. Because I don't know why they all fell down all at once. It made such a horrific noise. I was like, I don't need anything else going wrong. I don't. I'm tired. But about 2 minutes after one of the last clips that I filmed, I'm also wearing shorts because I'm washing all my pants. I've got jeans, but I didn't want to wear jeans at like 7 o'clock at night. No, jeans are like outside clothes. If you get it, you get it. Anyway, so like 2 minutes after filming one of the last clips, I heard ring, ring, ring on my doorbell again. I was like, who the hell's that? It was my bedding. My very expensive bedding. Now this is heavy. The dude even said, it's heavy, love, are you going to be able to lift it? I was like, yeah, and then he plonked it in my arms because I went downstairs for it. And I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. It was heavy. But it comes in like, it looks like old newspaper. Can I show you? It's really cool. It just came like this with a packing label on it, which I won't show you because it's got my address on it. So this is from the Secret Linen Store. I think they're a British store. I don't know if they're worldwide. I'm not too sure. So I just thought we'll do a little... This is one set of bedding. So like 4 pillowcases. I've got 2 pillows, getting 2 tomorrow with 2 pillowcase covers, because I don't like feather pillows because they stick in on me. So I think if I just layer it with like pillowcase protectors, then the feathers won't come through, because that's how I sleep right now. But they're like good one. I don't know. So 4 pillowcases, a sheet and a duvet that all match, that are all in charcoal grey. Didn't know whether to like get some light grey, some dark grey. I was originally going to get 2 dark grey pillowcases, or charcoal grey, or whatever they're called. 2 lighter grey, I forgot they were called like slate grey or something like that. Pillowcases with a charcoal duvet cover with a lighter grey sheet, but the light grey sheet was out of stock in the size that I needed at the time, and it did come back into stock like the day I was ordering it, but by then I had my heart set on having everything matching. Then they tried to, you know, like when you put stuff in your basket and you're about to go to checkout and they're like, do you want to add one of these to your basket? And they were selling off these blankets, and I think I mentioned it, but they were like, once they're gone, we're selling them all off. I was like, So I got one of them in light grey, because they didn't do a dark grey in that. So I got one of them in light grey. I have no idea on the size. It just says it's very big. So I will put the item, if I can find it, and the price up here as I'm hauling. This all in total came to about, I'll put the price up here if I can find my receipt, 400 and something, I think, 412, 430. It was in the 400s anyway, but that's for everything. Free shipping. That's in the UK. I'm not sure about anywhere else. Obviously, it's called Secret Linen Store. It's all made from linen. I did kind of jump from the frying pan. Don't know if I'm jumping into the fire yet or what, because... Oh, sorry, headphone people. Because I've never laid on linen before. Well, I probably have, but I wouldn't know it, you know? Okay, how are we going to do this? We're just going to... I just wanted that bag out the way, to be honest. It was horribly loud. Hello to you all. Is it bedtime yet? They're a certified B Corp, which is what I really look for them in my foods, in my clothing, in my everything, really. I did have a pair of shoes once, which was certified B Corp. Quantity 1, quantity 4, blah, 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 blah. So I know that they're good for the environment, and everybody knows I go on a bit too much about that. I mean, it has all come, apart from this, which is in plastic. Is this biodegradable plastic? Washed linen charcoal pillowcase, housewife. So I learnt the difference between a housewife pillowcase and an Oxford pillowcase. A housewife pillowcase is a pillowcase that doesn't have a trim on the outside, like the big floppy trim where the pillow doesn't, it's just floppy. Housewife pillowcase is like where the pillow takes up the whole pillowcase and there's no like excess fabric, I think. So there's 4 of these. They're kind of like that colour. Super King 50 by 90. I want to know what they feel like. I've never felt linen before. Well, I might have. I might just not have known it's linen. That's weird, isn't it? It feels like it. They're massive. I don't know why I'm so surprised why they're so big, because I've got pillows that I've been lying on my sofa for days now. Pillowcase Super King. You know, I wish, because I can guarantee you the sheet is going to say this as well, that it says Super King. Have you ever, usually if you live in a family with multiple people with multiple sized beds, so I used to live with my parents, obviously, they had a king size bed. I've had, growing up, a single bed, a small double bed, a double bed. I've had them all. Nothing bigger than a double bed, I don't think. And obviously when we get sheets, we kind of just shove them in like the linen closet, or like the airing cupboard, whatever you'd call it, growing up. And I'm sorry, washing machine, but you kind of, I love you and I've missed you, but, and then you end up not having any idea what size sheet you're pulling out of it when you want to make the beds up. Like, you're like, is that a king size? Like, for my parents, is that a double for mine? And it's, why can't they just put a label inside? Why can't they do that? So in these pillowcases, they have done it. So I will eat my hat if they haven't done it with the sheets. So the labels aren't what I call nice labels. They're kind of just like a fabric. It kind of feels like, how would I describe this? I could sleep on it. Oh, I sure hope I can for 400 quid. It's kind of like, imagine you're a hippie living in a van in Hawaii and you're wearing organic cotton pants. That's kind of, and they flow, you know, just picture it in your head. I've probably just offended like a million people. That's what I imagine. That's what these feel like. I don't know if you can tell. I have turned like all the lights on in this room to give, it's like a weird fabric. You can tell that they're not from Asda. We're not going to open the other four because I'm not going to get all of them creased. I mean, they're meant to look creased, that's the whole point, because it says washed, they're meant to look like washed and like distressed. We're not going to get the sheet or the pillow, oh no, the duvet cover out. We're just going to have a look. We're so happy to say that this bag is biodegradable. Just remove the label. That's brilliant. Well, we won't open that. We're just going to guess that these are just big versions of what we just saw. It's the blanket that I'm intrigued with. It's massive. It is very big. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's kind of like a woven fabric. I don't know if you can see that. Wow. This would be really nice in the summer. Like, it feels really cold. Yeah, this is big. Yeah, this is a good cocooner, as I like to call them. Really thin, big blankets that I can like wrap myself in really tight, and that's on sensory issues, which is fun. So yeah, that's nice. I'll fold that up when I feel less tired. We'll just shove it there for now. Because they're meant to look distressed, that's what I mean. That's why I like them, because they don't have to look perfect, because I do like ironing, but I try and avoid it at all costs because it takes up too much of my time, you know? So that's fun. All I've got to do now is wait till the 30th. Everything is perfect in my house apart from the size of my mattress. Just got to wait till the 30th, which that's going to be a mission. I just got to hope and pray that the people delivering a said mattress will bring it up the stairs for me, because that will not fit in the lift/elevator, whatever you call them. I can't be bothered doing anything else tonight, you know. I did have all sorts, but then the shelves fell down, and it's just knocked me for six, really, actually. I know I'm being a bit dramatic, but I'm exhausted. I am exhausted, actually. I think my washing's just about done. So I will hang that on the little clothes dryer thing that I've got out. I don't know what they're called, you hang the clothes on them. And then I'm gonna get into bed. I'm gonna try not to sleep until like 10, because I don't want to be up at stupid o'clock again, like I always am. But we'll see. I'll keep myself distracted somehow. I'll do something. I'll play Minecraft or something, which I've gotten quite into, because I've got a realm with people on my realm now, which is fun. Well, person on my realm. It's fun. Like, because it's a realm, I don't have to be online when they're online. So a good part of my day is seeing what they've built when they're elsewhere. But I'm very cold. Like, I will turn my heaters up because I didn't have any clean comfy pants. Plus I don't wear pants in bed anyway. So I usually wear shorts or something. Because who can wear long pants in bed? Like, it can be it is literally icy and snowing outside. I can't wear long pants in bed. I just can't do it. So tired. I probably look really tired. I don't know. Too tired to tell. But my new tripod should come tomorrow. Should. I don't know. But I'll show people it if and when it arrives. If I'm awake, I feel like I could sleep for 1,000,000 years.
Alright, here's like the shortest clip ever. 24 seconds. I did mean for it to be longer because I did mean to also film myself putting up my mirror, but for some reason my sleepy brain forgot to hit record again after turning the camera around to the other wall and all that malarkey. So I didn't do that. But here's my pictures anyway.
Now that's a much better angle, isn't it? I love my new tripod. I feel like, I don't know, it seems to be, it's stood on top of my, what am I sitting on? Everything, apparently. It's stood on top of my coffee table right now, but it's just wonderful, and it's got this quick release thing. It came yesterday, but I couldn't be bothered making a video yesterday, so if I do that, it just comes off, and then it looks like this. Let me move my phone. And it extends, so it's got these little clips which come off and they extend, and then this pole comes up and it extends, which is fun. But look at the size of this box. This is my new duvet cover. No, actually I lie. It's my new duvet. Oh, it's so easy now to just put you back on. Look at that. But so I got new pillows. When was it? Yesterday. So we remember these pillows, the alien pillows. We remember them because they're like, I don't know what's inside of them. Stuff and things is inside of them. So that's them. And then we got the new duvet covers and the stuff from that other shop, which came. It wasn't yesterday, was it? Was it the day before? I can't remember. Some day that wasn't today. But then, so I got these ones, which they didn't look like this originally. It was yesterday. They look like they're feather, right? And so they've got the feather sort of colour to them. Look at the size of that label. Look at the size of it. It makes a nice noise as well. People that know me will get that. And I've always had a thing with feather pillows. I don't like them. But ages ago, like June, I passingly said to my parents, oh, I really needed new pillows. And my dad, being my dad, decided to go out and buy me the most expensive pillows that he could find. And they were feather pillows, but they were like really expensive ones, which didn't poke through. Because that's what I don't like about them. I don't like the fact that they're comfy, but I don't like the fact that the little feathers poke through and stab you in the cheek when you're trying to sleep. And these ones were expensive. It was like, they were like £60 or something, I don't know. Expensive for pillows. Or is that cheap for pillows? I'm not out buying pillows every day, so I don't really have much knowledge on pillow prices. And it said, oh, it's made from a thick thing so the feathers don't poke through, the feathers don't fall out, kind of thing. And I was like, I don't really trust it. So I bought pillow protectors. They're all like, these pillows are absolutely, just keep going. They're absolutely massive. They're 3 feet long because, you know, I think I mentioned it previously. My normal size pillow, the standard size pillow, looks stupid on a king size bed. Like, there's still gaps on a king size bed. So God knows what they would have looked like. It would have just looked a bit pathetic, wouldn't it? It just would have looked a bit stupid. So I wanted to know if they did bigger pillows, and they did. So yeah, got pillow protectors for them. So it makes them look extra white and plump and all that. Plump. What a good word. Plump. 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 Try and say that 5 times fast. So this is one of the feather ones with the new with the new talk, Alex. Words. Pillowcase on. I haven't slept properly in weeks, actually, in like 2 weeks. And this is what it looks like on. It is also has the pillow protector on, or I like to call it a cheek from being stabbed by feathers protector. Because it's not the pillow I'm trying to protect, it's my poor little sleepy face. They fit quite well, actually. I didn't do the rest of them. I don't actually know where I put them. All the pillowcases were individually wrapped, like, because you pay for them individually. And so I sat there last night and I was like, I've got everything I need. I'm just waiting for my mattress to come on the 30th because that's the only day my mum's off work that her and my dad can help because it's going to be massive and big and I'm dreading it. And I said, wait a minute. I don't have a duvet yet. And apparently Americans don't know what duvets are, which is funny. So I sat there. I was like, I can hear my door squeaking because I've got my window open because I've been cleaning. I need something to do. So I was like, I don't have a duvet yet. And so I went onto Amazon where I get everything from because it's next day delivery and I'm as impatient as they come. And I was like doing research on different duvets. And I'm a really fussy sleeper because I don't like thick or heavy blankets when I sleep. I usually sleep with millions of very, very, very thin blankets. Like this thing from Australia, this thing, I bought one of these because I loved this blanket so much. This is my ideal blanket, but it's so thin. Like you can see through it. You can see the window through it. Like it's so thin, but this is literally my ideal blanket because I like thin and tight so I can like wrap myself around it. Don't like these big fluffy. I've tried to like them. I don't like them. I like really thin. And I'm a bit like that with duvets. I don't like these, like when I was a kid, we had like, I don't know if anyone else's parents were the same, but they would give you like a summer quilt or a summer duvet and a winter duvet. And the summer duvets were really thin. Saying you still put the same sheets on them and all that. But the winter duvets were so thick. And I remember just lying there when I was like very young, like 7, 8, 9. I was lying there and it was thicker than my body, if you know what I mean. Like if you looked at the proportion of the bed, it'd go like bed, me, duvet. And I don't find them enjoyable. I feel like I'm suffocating even in the winter. And so I was looking for just the thin ones were cheap. You know, you couldn't really find from what I was searching for, looking at all different brands. I couldn't find a thin one of decent quality. If you're buying thin, you're usually buying on a budget. But I didn't want a budget one. I just wanted something that wasn't going to make me feel like I was smothering. Then I found this one. So we'll turn, because we can do that now. We can turn here. Okay, hello. Then I found this one, which is from the brand Wool something. It's made from wool. Well, it's wool inside of it. I can do that now. It's wool inside of it, which the brand is like Wool Friend or Wool something. This box is the same size as, if anyone's seen the picture of me, the sad Amazon box picture of me, if not I'll put it here. This box is the exact same size and I'm actually quite glad he's back because I really regretted getting rid of sad Amazon box. It's a picture of me. I turned the box upside down so the little smiley face, little Amazon smiley face was upside down. I put 2 googly eyes on it, drew 2 googly looking eyes on it and sat in it and photoshopped the background to make it look like I was like sat in a box in the middle of the city. It's for a book cover eventually. And I called it my sad Amazon box picture. And I really like it. And I wanted to make a happy Amazon box picture one day for the same thing. So like on a book I'd have like that on the front and then on the back. The happy on the back to go from like sad to happy. You get it. And I really regretted getting rid of it. And all of a sudden, this duvet, I was finding the brand, wasn't I? Actually, that's what I was doing. The brand is, give me 2 seconds. Orders. Delivered today. Yes, it was delivered today. Wool Room. So, I'll read you what it says about it. So, for starters, it has a nice little tag on it. It has a nice little tag on it. We'll look at it in a minute anyway. Cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. 100% traceable British wool. So apparently it's got a QR code on it where if you scan it, it traces you back to like the sheep that it's come from or the farm that the sheep has come from for the wool. And anyone knows that I'm a sucker for wool. I love wool. Like I love merino wool. It's like my favourite fabric in the whole world because it is a miracle fabric. I think wool is just so much better than cotton. Just crisp and cool, 200 thread count cotton outer, Allergy UK, no synthetic materials or fibres added, which is good. I love natural. Some of the reviews actually, so I was reading the reviews about it last night because my mum always says, always read the reviews. And so that's what I do. I always read the reviews, and someone said it literally smells like sheep for like the first night. It smells like sheep until you let it air out a bit. Like that's how natural they decided to get. Not like dirty smell, but like a very natural smell. And it comes in 3 different like thicknesses. It's like thin, average, and thick. Do they have the sizes? So why wool? It improves deep restorative sleep, stage 4. It's natural insulator, helping regulate temperature. It resists mildew and mould. It's naturally absorbent. It's hypoallergenic. It's renewable and sustainable. So it's all the things I love. Getting to sleep better and doing it very, fully traceable wool ID. You get a wool ID. And try to get off that. So it cost $104.99, which is that expensive? I don't know. Scan the QR code to trace your bedding's wool back to the farm. Experience sleep to sheep transparency. Sourced only from 60% of assured farms in Britain who independently audit, ensuring premium quality and sustain. Blah 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 blah. And the lightweightness customer ratings is got a 4.7. The softness is 4.6, and the comfort is 4.7, which I find quite brilliant. It's white, I think. You can get ones like natural colours, like. It's like an off-white colour, like a creamy colour. I don't know. Anyway, so I didn't know it was going to come in a box this big, but then thinking about the size of a duvet cover, if it's rolled up, then have I got scissors? Scissors, going twice, scissors. I've got my keys. Where's my key? Because I was waiting to go downstairs and get it, but he happily brought it up to my door because looking at it now, actually, I don't think I would have been able to get this upstairs. It's not heavy, obviously, it's a duvet, which is a good sign. Not heavy means not thick. I don't know where I got the conclusion from, but that's the conclusion we've made now. So, got to be careful because I've got to... I did have a lit candle, but we don't now. So I've cleared it out. Like 90% of this box, I feel like a magician pulling out handkerchiefs. Doing good. And then we finally get to it, which literally takes up half the box. Hello. Sad Amazon box can go. I'll never be able to see that as anything other than sad Amazon box. I'll do something with you later. We're not getting rid of yet, for now at least. Sit there and don't move. And what am I meant to do with all this? Alright, whatever, I'll deal with that later. So it comes in a nice blue packet. Should we move you down? Yeah, you can still see me. Does it have any writing on the front? No. It just says Wool Room Quilt Duvet Comfort 7 to 10 tog. Yeah, so I wanted quite a low tog, but again, anything lower than like 7, it just seemed really, I was going to say really cheap. Really cheap. Look, I haven't slept. Alright, I haven't. There is no sheep to sleep with me. Oh. Wool room. Where's my traceable ID tag? Where's my QR code? Oh, there it is, I think. I don't know. Oh my god, does it come in? It comes in a cute little bag. It comes in a cute little, like, canvas bag. I love it when duvets do that. I don't know why it's only duvets that do that. And, like, sheets. They come in, like, a resealable zip thing. Why do they do that? Because it's not exactly we're going to put it back in it, is it? We're not going to do that. So it comes in this thing. Oh my god, it's got writing on the front. Wool room. Better sleep naturally. You never want to get rid of these things, do you? Well, I do, because I'm not really a sentimental person like that, but I find things like this useful. Hello. It looks thin. It looks thin. It looks nice, actually. Like a duvet I've never seen before. I don't mean that, like, really soppily. I mean, like, I see what they mean. It does smell a bit grassy. I'll give them that. But I like the smell. Oh, I hate paper tags. We're going to try and pull that off in a minute because that's just what we do, and then we end up ripping the whole thing. The amount of clothes I've done that to, I've literally got it out of the packaging and tried to rip the label off of it because I keep silk labels on until I get rid of a piece of clothing because I don't like ripping labels like that out of my own clothing. But if it's, I just don't deal with it. You know what I mean? I just don't. Yeah, this is nice and thin. Look at the thinness of that. But apparently it's meant to keep you cool in the summer and hot in the winter. But we'll see. Where's that tag? Perfect. Now it's perfect, everybody. So it says wool room there. And that's all. It's just a duvet, actually. It is. That's all it is. It's going to be very big, and I don't really want to unfold it because it's a super king size duvet cover. What else were we going to expect, you know? Is that the size of it? Does it say classic? This is what happy feels like. That's nice. Care instructions, dry clean only. Super king, yeah. Alright, brilliant. That's funny. I don't like sheep. I don't like sheep. I don't like sheep. Oh. It is quite soft. I would say I could just fall asleep on that, but I don't seem to be doing much fallings of any sleeps. You know? Well, the paper is triggering me now. Like it's taking up my whole kitchen. Like, literally. So I'm going to go and deal with that. Did I time-lapse me putting up my mirror? I don't know. But it's up now, actually. But I did time-lapse putting up my pictures, or because I remember doing that. But I can't remember for the life of me if I did it putting up my mirror. I don't think I did. I don't know. I'm half asleep. I don't really know what I do anymore. But it's up now. I'll show people later. I've got vines to stick down on it because I'm still an aesthetic Tumblr gal from 2014, apparently. And then I'm going to maybe time-lapse putting the duvet cover on this because I might as well put them on and then just shove them in the corner of my living room. I'm currently waiting for my vacuum to charge because I emptied it today because I hate doing that. Like, I hate it. It's dust. It's like dusty. I don't like dust. It's like the hidden dirt in it. And then I realised it was dead. I kept trying to... And then it was just like... And I kept trying to turn it on. I was like, no, it's dead because I never charge it. Because it lives, like my shoes, in the bathroom. Because it's the only room in the whole house with a storage cupboard. That's like a built-in storage cupboard. No other room. Not even the hallway. No other room has one. So everything goes in the bathroom. My vacuum, or Hoover, as we call them in England. I can actually call it a Hoover because it is the brand Hoover. So I can call it a Hoover. Most people call any random vacuum a Hoover. I'm like, no, because that's like a name brand. You can't just go around calling. It's like calling me, like calling every human an Alex. Like, you just don't do that, you know. What was I saying? So yeah, and everything lives in there. My vacuum, the screwdriver lives in there. My shoes, they live in there. My mop, it's not really a mop, it's called a flash mop. It's like I don't use it because it doesn't work. It doesn't clean very well. It doesn't clean up to my standard, you know what I mean? Everything's in there, to be honest. The pole that I usually have for my bedroom skylight usually lives in there, but it's like broken into pieces down the side of my drawers right now in my bedroom. Because I want to get a new one. You can get ones off Amazon that like fold down really small and then it will just fit under my bed. You know what I mean? So yeah, we're currently 3 weeks into the month. I do find it a lot better doing one month of video. 1 month of video. Tired brain, one video a month. I prefer it. I feel more laid back. I feel like I could talk more. I feel like I can get more done. I don't feel like a robot anymore, trying to just pump out videos. I can actually make videos that I am proud of and that I enjoy. I'm not proud of these videos. I'm not. But they were never meant to be to make me proud. They're just for people that love me, so they can see what I'm up to, if they care. If they don't have to watch, do they? No. But got my sloth hat on today. I do. Don't know why. I had a shower and plaited my hair. And I feel a lot more back in the land of living now that I have my washing machine fixed. I do. Exactly the same with my old one. It's like it never left. It's like it's the same one. But my mum told me I need to stop overstuffing clothes in there because I do that. Well, it says 8 kilograms maximum on it. I don't know what 8 kilograms is. My mum says it's the hoodies. The hoodies are the culprit because they get heavy when wet. So if I'm washing hoodies, I only wash a few things in the washing machine. Okay. But I'll be off for now because I've got paper to deal with in my kitchen. But you'll see me soon struggling with a duvet cover.
Here I am, sitting on a footstool in my kitchen. So I don't know if it is just because the sheets and the duvet was new, but putting the duvet cover onto the duvet was not as hard as I thought. Maybe I'll eat my words when I actually try and straighten it out onto my bed. I kind of just put it on, then folded up the whole thing and shoved it in the corner of my living room out the way. But from it was just really easy to just shake on. Like, I just found the two corners and just shook it. I can't even remember how I did it, to be honest. I'm feeling a bit tired, but I'm always feeling a bit tired. We'll be able to see, maybe, how I did it. I think I just found the two corners and just shoved it in there, really. So, yeah, I was dreading that because it was such a big cover, but it worked. It all just fell into place, everyone. And I love it so much. Alright, like, this seems really random. Like, why the hell did I include this random intersect of me doing something with hearts? So these hearts are origami hearts that I made. I did make a video about them, actually. It was sometime last year, around the September-y mark, October-y mark. I'm not really too sure. I made them out. So I went to a charity shop, or as people call them, thrift stores, to just nose, really. And I saw like this open box of very, very old looking origami paper, which it was like origami a day, like 365. There wasn't 365 pieces of paper in there. It was about 3/4 full. And I said, oh, I'll make something with that. As you know, I really, really don't like things going to waste. I'm one of those people. And so when I saw these, I was like, I know what I'll do. I'll make the only thing I know how to make. I do know how to make more origami, actually, but I really love making hearts. So here are some origami hearts. Forgot what I was actually originally going to do with them. I think I was going to write like positive affirmations on them or some of them. But I was just sellotaping down the backs of them, like taping down the backs. So you're not meant to do that with origami. Like the whole point of origami is there's no like paper or tape. No, there's no paper. There's no tape or scissors involved. Like it's all just folding. But I don't care because I didn't like how flippy floppy they were. So I just wanted to fix that. As you can see, I'm like cutting off little bits to cut down the two, stick down the two sides, and then the bum bit in the middle. It was a project I just needed to do. Like I just kind of had left it in a cupboard. I was like, well, I'm never going to get it done. So I said, well, I might as well film it, because when I film stuff, I tend to actually be more productive in doing it instead of just sitting there staring at it, wondering why it's not getting done. And so, yeah. And I've finally done it.
Hey, so this video is almost like 2.5 hours long. It might be 2.5 hours long by this point because I've still got some more editing to do. So we're just going to try and make it to close to 3 hours. Anyway, I've got this calendar, right? It says Humans That Want a Better Freaking Calendar 2024. It's by Calm Over Chaos, which she does have a website, calmoverchaos.co.uk. She's got an Instagram, which I think is just at Calm Over Chaos. She's an artist who makes like colouring books. Like that's her thing. She makes colouring books, and I've always wanted to get one, but then I saw that she had this calendar, like this limited edition calendar, and you get to colour each month. So this is what January looks like. It has January, then all the days, and it gives you like a charity suggestion where you can like donate money to that month if so inclined or you're able to. And then at the top it has like a quote and like drawings. I want to see what would happen if I didn't give up or something. Is that what it says? I want to see what happens if I don't give up. And so I thought, since I do one video a month, not every month we'll get this intro, but I thought we can colour the next month, because I try and upload these on the last day of the month. So in January, at the end of January, I'll colour the February one ready for February, and then in February I'll colour the March one ready for March. Like this time we will have to do both January and February this month. Sometimes I don't know what I'll do if the video, because there's some videos that I'm doing that aren't vlog style videos. I don't know what I'll do with them there. I might just show them at the end of a video or put them like in the middle, like as like a rest break to remind people to, because I watch a YouTuber called Dagnall. He does like live streams of this Animal Crossing, and when he makes like long videos, like over like 40 minutes long, he'll put a minute long break in the middle of it, reminding people to go up, stretch their legs and drink water. Maybe I'll do that. I'm just bang it in the middle of one of my videos every month. I just saw it and I thought it was cute. I won't go through them all, but we've got February. Yes, there is a Pride Month one. Love Has No Gender, and I do like that because I do love colouring rainbow flags. I love colouring rainbows, if people haven't already noticed. I just thought it was fun. I won't go through it all in case you don't want to, if people have it as well, they don't want it ruined, like spoilers. They don't want spoilers of the calendar. I don't know. I don't want to be the one to spoil it for them if that's their prerogative. So this month we're going to colour January, and we're going to colour February, which is Love Yourself First, with a little envelope with loads of hearts and stuff. I don't really like Valentine's Day actually, because everyone I love isn't here. I say everyone I love. My love isn't here, you know? My friends aren't here. No one's here. Which is sad. Last year I was in Australia for Valentine's Day, and it was just Valentine's Day really, but in Australia, what did I do? in Valentine's Day last year. I don't think I did much. I remember going to the shops though to buy. I think I cleaned actually. I think I spent the whole day cleaning. That was fun. So I'm just opening to the middle of the book. I did buy a hook actually. I'll be back. This will get cut. So I got this hook off Amazon because I thought, please ignore my washing, don't ignore it actually because I'm so glad that it's back. I thought we could put it, can I zoom in? Top notch camera work, Alex. I thought we could put it like here. Does that look stupid? There's nowhere else I really want to put it though. The back of the door. Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop. You can put it on the back of the door. No, you can't see me there, can you? So should we put it... Well, it's going to go there for now. So, peel that off. Make sure that it's straight. I mean, it doesn't really matter because it's a calendar and not a picture. Put it about up there. Stick it down. I'm meant to leave things like this for like a couple of hours for it to set. So, I won't put all the weight on it, but it'll look like that, which will do. I don't really like calendars, but I thought this would be cute, so we're gonna keep it. So, I'll move you down a bit. I do like my new tripod, it's fun. And so, yeah, I can't wait. We will colour the fronts when I have time one month. It won't be this month maybe, unless, I don't know, I've got too much to do this month. But 1 month I'll colour the front as well. The back just has a load of writing on it. Welcome to the Calm Over Chaos 2024 calendar, featuring all the benefits of the usual calendar, but with a twist. So many requests to create a calendar that I simply couldn't ignore them anymore, but I wanted to add my own touch. Not only is this a calendar unique to the fact you can colour it in to fit the aesthetic you would like, but it also touches on some of the important social issues I talk about so much in my books. So yeah, she's known for creating books about feminism and a lot of important things that need to be said in the world. And I just really like what she stands for. Really. And so when I saw that she was making a calendar, it was a very overpriced calendar, but you pay for the work that small creators, small businesses put into these things, which I can understand, you know? So, yeah. The clip you saw before this one, I probably voiced over it, but that's just a load of, oh my god, it's a magpie. Hello, Mr. Magpie, how are the wife and kids today? I need to find another one now. I need to find another magpie. It's really bad luck to see one. I am really superstitious. Have you got a friend, Mr. Magpie? No. That's my luck. I have already had quite bad luck today, actually. So I went to the shop. Won't name and shame the shop, but I am thinking of reporting a certain woman in this shop, where I was trying to buy an age-restricted item, a 16 plus age-restricted item. And they looked at me, she looked at me, like she was just completely blanking me. So I went to a self-checkout, where usually I'm in and out. Even if I am buying an age-restricted item, they will just look at me and usually just scan me through and send me on my way. But this woman, after I got her attention, which took 20 minutes of her ignoring me, her ignoring the man behind me, who was like, excuse me, love, pointing to me, like she needs help, her ignoring both of us. And eventually I stood in the middle of the self-checkout area and I said, excuse me, could you do this for me? Because when it comes up, it says, age-restricted item, a member of staff needs to approve it, which is fine. And so I stood there for ages. I just stood there. I don't like talking to people because of social anxiety. And she looked at me eventually And she goes, do you have any ID? And so I showed her my ID, and like an ID card and my passport. Like I had the passport opened and my ID card showing. And she was like, no, we don't accept them, and your passport's out of date. Well, it wasn't when I went to, well, it's been almost a year now actually. And so I said, well, my passport was issued in 2020. It doesn't go out of date until 2030. And she was like, I think it's because it was red. I'm not too sure. But she went to go get someone else anyway. So she toddled back with this other woman who accepted it. She just looked at the woman like she was a plonker. But that was, she really looked at me like I was much, because you've got to be over 20, you've got to look over 25. And I said, well, I can't help it. I'm sorry that I look under the age of 16. I'm sorry that I look 15 or under. And what do you want me to do? Grow wrinkles? You know what I mean? So that was my morning. I'd say this was all before 9 o'clock in the morning, because I can't sleep these days. There's no sleep in me. I'm sleeping at stupid times for maybe an hour, 2 hours, or odd in bursts. And I don't know. I don't know what's going on in my head. But situations like that don't help. So I really don't want to shop in that shop again. I probably won't be shopping in that shop again, actually, even though it is next door, and I literally moved here because this shop was next door and it's accessible for me. Well, it's not accessible when I'm pretty much being deemed as a liar or a fraudster, you know. I don't know. It wasn't out of date. And you can accept ID cards. They've accepted my ID cards a million times before. I am 25 in 1.5 months. 25. Quarter of the way to 100. Half the way to 50, and I'm still getting ID'd for something that's 16 and over. Anyway, that's
And
that.
the award for the dumbest
did you enjoy my
person in
corner?
January goes to me for forgetting to press record, which is fun. I honestly thought I was recording it. It wasn't until I got to the point after I'd coloured. I want to see what happens if I don't give up. It was then when I realised, oh no, the red light isn't on, which means my camera isn't on. Well, it was on, but it wasn't recording. And I sat there looking stupid, feeling stupid, while I was colouring all of the rest of this. Like, every time I look at this stupid thing on my wall now, I mean, I'll only have to look at it on my wall now for another 2 days as I'm doing this voiceover. But every time I look at it or think of it now, I'm going to think of how idiotic I was. So I coloured this in 2 bursts over a couple of different days, because this was getting quite late in the afternoon by this point. I know it says 9:55 a.m, but yeah, this was in the afternoon actually. I can't really remember, but it's all just going to say 9:55 a.m. because that's when I started it, and I don't really keep track of the different hours in which I do things. I do think it's pretty though, I'll give it that. I like the fireworks. Okay, sorry for the cut off. I've been editing this bit by bit. This bit was still on my SD card in my camera when I was editing the other bit, but I've sped this up a little bit faster just because unedited, all these clips together that you're seeing of me colouring this calendar was over 3 hours long. That's how long this calendar, just this day, this month, and then February, that's how long they both took me. Which, not a fan of, to be honest with you. But I do enjoy colouring, especially with these pens. I do love these pens a lot. They're nice and juicy, but they just don't last very long. You'll get to see February in a minute. And as you can see, I opened these to do this calendar. Like, they were brand new, sealed, before I started doing this calendar. As you can see, there isn't very much green on that page. We are now on to February. The only bit that I do a lot of green on is the actual day boxes. As you can see, last month was yellow. These ones I wanted to do green. I tried to do light colours so that I can still write on them. And the pen was slowly starting to run out. The light green pen was slowly starting to run out by the time that I got to finishing the day boxes. But I love the blue colour. I do like how I'm theming these. I do like the colour scheme that I'm using, even though the whole point is to get it to match your aesthetic of your house. if I was to do that, I would have just left it blank, you know what I mean? Like, because my house is just monochrome. You can't really do much with monochrome. And so there are some things where because my house and my sense of style and everything is very black and white and grey, a lot of grey. You'll see that there's a lot of grey in one of the next clips where I'm talking to you. You can see the video I'm watching just glaring there in the background, in the corner. So yeah, this was a different day. So yeah, I didn't do much green. As you can see, there isn't much light green on it. Considering they're brand new pens that cost a lot of money, as far as pens are concerned. What was I saying? So yeah, I do tend to I like to express my artistic self in like things like this. So you'll see in a minute. The only bit that I do green is these boxes, and they're just you can't really tell, but they are running out. Considering they're expensive pens, I'm not very happy about that, but this is not a pen review. Okay, firstly, I'm really sorry in advance for how this was filmed. It was really hard to get a good angle. So what you see me doing here is I bought some more of those stickers for my wall. They didn't do, you see like the ones that like the leaf and the log and the little arrow. They stopped selling them, which is really annoying. And so I couldn't get them. So the only ones I could get were the planes and the little geometric shape things. And yes, I did put them too close together. I know that I did, and I hate myself for it. It's even worse when I do the other side of the bed. So yeah, it's been bothering me for days. There was none here for like a year. When did I do this? Yeah, about literally, I think I did it last January. I should have vlogged it. You can go back and check if you would like. And I didn't have enough stickers to do the whole wall. And so I left out this big bit here, which a taller set of drawers I own were. And then the little bit that you just saw. My hair is wet in this. I just had a shower. It's not like greasy or anything. As you can see, I'm putting them stupidly close together. And yes, it does look ridiculous. But yeah, so I just had to make do with what I had then because I was literally about to go to Australia and I was like, I'm not ordering more now. So I just kind of hid the gaps where I had like furniture. But now that I've moved the furniture, it's been bothering me. So this was on my to-do list and thought I might as well do it while they're just sitting there. Really satisfying though, except that they're really close together and I'm missing the leaves and the arrows, which were one of my favourite set stickers. Literally from the same shop as well. Like the one that did the geometric shapes. They just stopped selling them, and it really annoys me when they do that. Because what if you're in the middle of doing like a big project? Like I only needed a few, like it doesn't really matter. But what if like you're in the middle of like doing a big wall that's like on display? Annoying.
Honestly, it feels a lot later than it actually is. It's like not even midday yet. And like, I've stuck all the stickers on the wall, I've tidied up, I still need to vacuum. But I just feel a bit behind because I was ill yesterday. I had a bug. I don't know how I got a bug. I think it's because I went out the other day for pizza and I came back on a really busy bus at like rush hour at like 5, so I'm just gonna blame that. But like, I don't like being unwell, and because it makes it I have a very set routine with my day, and as long as my routine goes right, I don't have to do too much in one day. I get all my filming done, all my editing done. Everything else needs to get done because I like to keep on top of those things. I like to do it so it's not all piling up, and then I have the rest of the day to just do whatever, you know. But when I'm a day behind, even just one day, it doubles my, like, what I expect of myself because I hold myself to a bit too high of a standard considering everything. I'm currently holding you. Can we see in the with my just general tripod? Cause so yeah, tomorrow my new mattress is coming. Look at my hats. I like these hooks. They're fun. You can kind of... They do have a set way in which they go because different hats are of different heights. My living room is kind of clean. I can't wait. They're all like my new covers and my sheet for my bed, which I can't do anything with until tomorrow, because that's when my new mattress is coming between 7:30 and 9:30 in the morning again, because my mum has to help me because it's a massive mattress, and like my dad wants my old one because it's only a year old. I think I've mentioned this before, but it seems too good to get rid of, so my dad's having that one, but he doesn't finish work till 3, so my mum has to come up super duper early to help me with my mattress. I think it was when the bed arrived, because that came roughly the same time, is what messed up my sleeping pattern and what has made me not sleep that much, because I slept fine. Because I've been having real difficulty, everybody. I've had real difficulty sleeping, and like, that's not like me, that. Like, I'm not really a fan of sleeping, don't get me wrong, I'm not a fan of being asleep. I hate my hair. There we go, this looks a bit better, doesn't it? I've never been a big fan of sleeping, but I've never, usually the issue has always been, like, during my teen years, is me forcing myself to stay awake, because I'm like, no, I don't want to sleep, I want to carry on doing whatever I was doing. Usually, like, especially during college, I held myself to such a high standard again. I think it ties into a lot of what my therapist used to say, was it ties into a lot of my OCD. It's not really I want to be the best, it's like something bad will happen if I don't do it to 100% sort of thing. And so I used to stay up stupid hours. I used to force myself with energy drink after energy drink to stay up. If only I could feel like this then, because no matter what I do, I don't really drink energy drinks anymore. Especially not to the extent that I used to. I was like literally like on 8 a day. Like, I do not know how I am still living and breathing. Like, not every day, but like the maximum that it went up to was like 8 a day. And I did feel chest pains, so I was like, but like lately, it's like I just can't sleep. I usually fall asleep stupidly early, like 9 p.m. and then I wake up at like 11 and I'm awake then. Like, but even if that was the case, like, even if I will stop going to sleep so early, I have tried to force myself to stay up until like 12, which is my normal sleeping time, which is usually when I've slept for years and years and years. I'll be up at 2. Like, there's just no winning. But I've only been doing this since I had to wake up early about 2-3 weeks ago when my bed arrived. When was that? I don't know, about 3 weeks ago, I think. So you probably noticed there's a date or a time somewhere up here, I don't know, because the camera flips it, but then I flip it back, so I think it's this side. Correct me if I'm wrong. But you'll see a date and a time. You would have seen it through the whole of this video. This is more so because I used to do on my weekly vlogs back last summer, just so like I could see what I was doing on a particular day. Same sort of thing this time, but this is more so, this is spanning over an entire month, and something that could happen on the 2nd of January, and that because it's not coming out till, like, it might be old news by the 31st of January. So I'm just dating things, so as I'm saying them, people don't think I'm just really behind with certain, like, if I discuss a news topic, or you get what I mean, because it is spanning over an entire month. Just so people don't have high expectations of these videos, this video is going to be over 3 hours long. I'm aware of that. This will probably be the only video this year that's going to be over 3 hours long. I don't know why it's got so long. I don't know. Not all my videos are going to be vlogs either. Like, I'm currently working on a video for next month where I'm literally just colouring and doing a voiceover, because I'm trying to, again, I'm trying to batch record videos for at least 3 months. So that's 3 videos, that's all I'll need. Otherwise, if I was still doing weekly vlogs or weekly videos, I would need 4 or 5 a month for 3 months. That's like 15 videos I'd need to have pre-recorded. So 3 sounds a bit more manageable. I do have some ideas, but they're not going to be like this full-fledged documentary of my life, which is 3.5 hours long. They're not going to be that. So I know certain people are excited for this video, and like I don't want to put people's expectations up that every month you're going to get a 3-hour long documentary. Not that anyone would want a 3-hour long documentary on my life. Maybe one person would want that. Why do I can't deal with me hair. Like, I want to get it cut, but I don't want to lose the length of it because I've spent like 3 years growing this. It's brilliant. But yeah, I just wanted to address that right now. Just the massive grey elephant in the room. Like, everything's grey in this room, actually. Even my pants are grey, my socks are grey. I'm just feeling very grey today, actually. My kitchen's grey, my sofa's grey, the floor, you can just see a bit of the floor down, just a tiny trim of the floor down there is grey. Everything's just grey. So yeah, I don't know about March, and I don't even know if I'm going to get that video done by February. If not, then I'm going to be in the exact same boat. I don't have a video. But again, one of my resolutions this year is to not hold myself, especially to YouTube, because I don't want, like I say it in every video, I do not want YouTube to be a career of mine. It started so that I can share my life with people I love. That's all it'll ever be. And if there's nothing to share, then there's nothing to share. I also do it to document the things that I like to do. Like, I love to watch myself doing my artwork and doing my colouring. Like, I just like to watch that back sometimes and listen to me ramble on about all sorts of nonsense. My videos are not to impress anybody, really, other than my future self and how far I've come. Even though my videos are getting worse, I get that. I don't know how I managed to do those weekly videos last year. I just can't wrap my brain around it. Was that all I did? Probably is, actually. That was before, like, I say before I streamed. I don't even stream now. Very, very, very rare. But that was before I really did anything. And I wasn't really living here. I was living with my parents, so like the responsibility. I wasn't living with my parents. I still had this place, but I was having issues with a certain neighbour, and so being here wasn't really an option. So the responsibilities of like cooking and cleaning and maintaining a house wasn't on me then either. Obviously, I chipped in where I could, but I could just focus my entire existence and my livelihood into those videos, and like, no. Not really my vibe. But yeah, so I've been editing these videos as I've been going, because I didn't want to, I knew this video was going to be long. I knew it was going to be long because I wanted to both film the bed and the mattress, and I knew I was getting them about a month apart because I wanted to have this is what I meant when I said, like, during building the bed, I think it was, that I was going to, well, before that, I wanted to wait a while for the dust to settle. This is exactly what I meant. You know, I've got all my duvet ready. I've got everything ready, and I feel calm again. And I'm adjusted to sleeping facing that way now instead of that way in my room. I know what I mean by that. So, like, say there's the door. My feet are towards the door now. I'm used to sleeping like that. Though it doesn't that dude on TikTok, that dude that like rearranges people's rooms with the little plastic furniture, doesn't he say that you shouldn't sleep with your feet to the door, or is that your head to the door? I don't know, but I like the way my room looks. It looks quite... My big Australia wall is like centre stage, and like that's what I always wanted. I always wanted my bed in the middle, but the little bed didn't fit. Like, this bed fits perfectly. Like, it was just like it was made for it. Like a glove, you know? So yeah, I've got a lot of these clips to edit and upload and stuff and do voiceovers, and I hate it. I'm sorry to be a buzzkill, but I don't like doing the editing bits. Which is a shame, but it's fine. And while I do that, I'm building a castle on Minecraft right now. Well, I've been building this castle for, like, when did I start this world? About early 22. Before then I did have another world, and I'd played that world since the first I ever played Minecraft, which sounds big, but I only started playing Minecraft in 2019, so it's not big. But I started this world. I was living elsewhere at the time, and I didn't really have much else to do. I'm sure I'm dealing with stress. My hair it just falls out. Anyway, so I was living elsewhere. Wasn't a great time and a great place to be, and I didn't really have much to do because I was a bit restricted with what I could do. I'm trying to not call attention to it. So all I could really do was play games really and chill and listen to music and stuff because it wasn't a great time in my life. That's all I'm gonna say. I was a bit, yeah. So, certain person introduced me to Minecraft, and I was like, "That's a stupid game. That's for kids. That's just a way you game where you build blocks." But then I don't know what it was. It was literally the selling point of Minecraft to me was the fact that you could make little trains, like. That's how it was in my 20-year-old brain. I was 20 in 2019. I think I was either 19 or 20 when I discovered Minecraft, depending whether it was before or after March the 31st. My birthday soon. And the selling point for me was the fact that you could like make little roller coasters, you could make tracks and put a minecart on it, and you could. That was it then. I've always loved trains, like until I discovered planes. Like planes are now my favourite transport because I just think they're neat. Like, it's sad that Minecraft Marge thing, no, Minecraft, the Simpsons Marge thing with the potato, and she's like, I just think they're neat. Honestly, I just think planes are neat now. But before then, I've had a history of I've like being obsessed with trains. Like I used to have like every single model of train in the whole world just laying across like my bedroom. That was a long time ago. That was about 10 years ago actually. Flying Scotsman, etc., etc. That's the only one I remember. But I was like train obsessed. Not to like the extent that some people are with like film trains. I wasn't a train filmer. I just liked being on trains. Where was I getting with this? Oh yeah, Minecraft with the trains. And so I bought Minecraft straight away on my Nintendo Switch, which I'd only just got because it had just come out. So I got Minecraft straight away and I created a survival world. And I just walked and walked and walked in this survival world until I fell into a pit. Right, I was just imagine never having played Minecraft, right? And I just fell into this pit, and all of a sudden I was surrounded by all these broken brick-looking things, and I was like, I don't know where I am. So the person who I was staying with at the time, was like, how did you literally just go onto a random world the first time you've ever played Minecraft and literally stumble into the you can tell I don't really play Minecraft that way, into the stronghold. I do not play Minecraft on normal. I play it on peaceful. I play it on survival, which people are like, why do you play it on survival if you don't like the monsters? Because everybody, at that time in my life, and still to this day pretty much, I have, again, quite an issue with, I like to feel productive. I like to feel like I'm working towards something. I don't like things just being given to me on a plate. And creative Minecraft, as creative as it is for the creative people, for the artists, for all that, I get that to an extent. But I'm the type of person that wants to chop down my own tree to build a house. You know, I'm the type of person that wants to mine out stone to make a pathway. I want to feel like when I look at my world, I want to be like, wow, I made that. Like, I worked hard on that. And that's why but I don't like the monsters. Like, I have no need to go and fight an Ender Dragon. If they're, oh, you send the monsters if you can't go fight the Ender Dragon, that's the whole point of the game. No, so it's a sandbox game, James. I don't know who James is, but I can imagine someone called James playing Minecraft. You can do whatever the hell you want on Minecraft, okay? So I had this world, which I just walked and walked and like fell into gravel or something. I don't know, it was the first time I ever turned on the game. And I just fell into not only the stronghold, but literally the end room with this, what I called the weird little circle of weird little things. And that was that. And so instead of going to the end and finding these end crystals because I was on peaceful, because I was like, oh no, monster's scary, I don't want to see the creeper blow up my house, I mined out, I wish I had pictures, but I'll get to that. I mined out the whole of the stronghold and made it into like an underground house pretty much, and I got villagers down there. I think there was because most strongholds have a village above them. At least they used to. I don't know anymore. But I just took the villagers on my little train, choo-choo, down into my new little village, and I created a village, an underground village, and I destroyed their real village, so all they knew was darkness and bricks at that point. Actually, I think I coated it in wood, like all different types of wood. I didn't like the bricks, but now my whole castle. Anyway, so I had this world for years, and I had many, many friends come on, and I never had a realm or anything. It was literally just multiplayer. Come on and help me. We destroyed like a whole mountain. I had everyone's names in plaques. I built a massive wall around it. It was great. I worked years on it. I had multiple people loving that world of mine. And then I got a new Switch, and for some reason, my data didn't transfer over when I got the OLED Switch, and the rest is history. I lost the world, and I do still grieve. I do grieve over it, because it was brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant. So reluctantly, it took me a good year, maybe 6 months, 8 months to play it again. The same happened with Animal Crossing, and I can't get back into that. Like, I created Animal Crossing the moment that came out at midnight. I created my island. I had all koalas. It was called Australia. It was great. I worked for hours and hours and hours and hours on this stupid island. And again, my data didn't transfer over when I got a new Switch. Was the new Switch worth it? No, because my neighbour scratched the screen like within a week of me having it. When I say a week, about 6 months of me having it. It felt like a week. It was still my baby. It was still my precious little bundle of joy that I rocked to sleep. You know? So I did lose like all my save progress on everything except Splatoon 2, which I aptly kept my progress for some reason. Which I do not care about. And Boxing 2 as well. That one stayed. The Escapists, that stayed. But no, my two most played games, Stardew Valley stayed. That's a game I used to play a lot. I've completed that game, the Jojo Ma way. That's going to trigger on anyone who plays Stardew Valley. I don't do it the community centre way because I can't be bothered. I do it the consumerism way, even though I'm completely against consumerism and everything to do with work and anything to do with the rat race. No, but on games, if it makes my life easier, then... So I have a new world on Minecraft now where I've, for some reason, done exactly as I did. I walked away from spawn and decided I was just going to build a massive castle. The castle turned into a little village. I do have villagers. I have some prisoners. Ready for the village that I'm going to build. We have a fishing... I say we. Until recently, it's been just me. I have a mining hut, which is like, I don't know, it's where I do all my smelting. Even though right now I'm not, because I've got auto smelters in there. People do not care about... I've just gone onto a tangent on Minecraft. But I want the XP from it, so I don't smelt in there right now. I've got a dock. I've got a fishing house where the fisherman would live. And I've got a stables, which I've only just built, and a bridge, and off into the distance with stuff and things. Don't know why I went on to... I've just been playing Minecraft a lot, and that's what I'm going to be doing when I'm editing this video, you know what I mean? I'm on 1 bar. I'm on 1 bar of battery, but now I'm still just chinwagging. I am chinwagging, actually, I am. We had a fire alarm yesterday, actually, and I was not happy. It was like 9 o'clock at night, and I was falling asleep to call my midwife, because I don't watch it on the right time. I watch it on repeat, I watch it on the thing that I pay TV licence for. BBC iPlayer, that's the thing. I pay my TV licences. I know all yous don't, but I do. And I wasn't happy. And it went off, actually, because I had a pounding headache all day. I still do, but we're just vibing, really, aren't we? Yeah. So yeah, I just wanted to get on and actually talk instead of just voicing over things, because can you hear that? I don't know if the camera's picking that up, but it sounds like everything's vibrating. Anyway, yeah, I just wanted to get on, just to explain a few things, just to explain that, yeah, this is going to be like a documentary length video for no apparent reason, but don't get used to it, because they're not all going to be like this. I was meant to see Michael, but I'm not now. Michael is a singer from Liverpool. I was meant to go and watch him, but things happened and now I'm not. So that's fun. I didn't really want to anyway. I've already seen him live. I have actually. I have seen him. He's cool. But I didn't want to go anyway because it says admission only, which means there are no seats. And like, call me lazy, but I don't think I could enjoy music if I was standing up. I know it's meant to be the whole like the whole vibe, but I'm not that vibe. Like, I want to sit down and record. Like that's what I'm there for. Which is like, people is like, hate people like that, and like, yeah, I hate me too, honestly. So yeah, I'm gonna have some lunch as well while I edit, because I haven't had lunch yet, and it is 12:14 p.m. So yeah.
Here I am. So that's my old duvet you see me with there. So my original plan was to use it as kind of like a mattress topper sort of thing, because I did that with my old bed. When I moved from my parents' house, I had a double bed at my parents' house. I used the double duvet as like a king size mattress topper for my king size bed when I moved into my apartment. And so I thought maybe I can use the king size duvet as a super king size mattress topper, which did work in theory. As you can see, it fits. But it was a cheap duvet and it just looked bumpy. And I was like, oh, no, I'm not doing that every Saturday when I change my bed sheets. You know what I mean? So I just left it. It's a comfy mattress. I'm lying in it right now. Very comfy. You see me putting the sheet on right now. And just as an update, the duvet does still smell like sheep. I'm hoping it will fade. It's not a bad smell. It just smells like I'm staying in a farm Airbnb. It's kind of the vibe I'm getting. Yeah. So that's the duvet cover. You can't really tell because everything's the exact same colour. There's the two other, like, non-feather pillows, and there's the two feather pillows. Then that is what I call my burrito blanket that I got from Australia. And then on top of that goes the new blanket, like the waffle blanket I got with the duvet sets and whatever. And then my pillows. Lovely.
I have been busy since 7:30 this morning, and it's now 4:15 in the afternoon. And like, to a lot of people, that won't seem like much. It is to me. It is to me, considering. And Alex, like maybe a month, maybe 2 months ago, wasn't getting up till 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't know what's. I don't know what shifted, all of a sudden just shifted my time, because I was awake before my alarm this morning. I was awake at like 5. I had an alarm set for 7 because Mum was coming at 7:30 to help, because it was between 7:30 and 9:30 was the delivery from my new mattress. I am happy. Can't really tell. You just saw a time lapse of me putting my sheets on and then getting flustered with it all. But it fits my bed now. You can't tell. It is so big. I don't know why I need a bed this big when it's just me. I really don't. But hey ho, here we are. So yeah, this is gonna be the last clip of this video because I need to take a thumbnail. The thumbnail's probably gonna be me on the bed unless I get really annoyed and can't take it for whatever reason. So I need to get that done. I just need to do some last minute editing before tomorrow. Cause I'm done with it. I can't be bothered anymore. Not to sound like all naggy and stuff, but yeah, I've been busy all day and I'm exhausted. So my bed came about 9:30, maybe just before 9:30 this morning. 9, and then I went to McDonald's for breakfast. Then I went to the bank, set up a new account. This is all like, look at the thickness of all that paper, of all the contracts. Thank you for choosing. Because I've got a bank, but I wanted a special bank a different type of account. Yeah, for whatever reason. So I did that. Then what did I do? I posted some parcels at eBay. Then what did I do? Then I went to go and play bingo. Went to go and play on like these casino machines that I like. Which I call them Kong because it's King Kong. It's cool. Quite a chill day considering I've been exhausted and then exhausted. What's that from? The Harry Potter PS2 game probably? I'm going to bed, I'm exhausted. Then me and my mum came to my house again, waited for my dad to come home from work at 3. Or he got here about 3:30 to take my old mattress away because he's having that one, so that's gone now. And then my mum gave me a lift to the shops because I needed to get some food in because I didn't have any food in because Uber Eats is a bit of a rip-off and to get like groceries from, and I don't talk to the shop that we spoke about earlier anymore, so I don't walk to that one anymore. I'm too scared to go to it. Call me stupid, I don't care, but I'm not going to it. So yeah, that was my day today, and I've just got back and I've just wanted to make this video just to show people. I've got all my cushions back on my bed. Koala's back on my bed, my pillow that says "Follow your heart, the world is yours," which I thought with this sort of backdrop kind of made sense. I've got my 2 little fluffy ones and my big one, which I've had since, oh gosh, when did I get that? I got that actually, that big grey one in the back, I got that when I was still living with my parents. It was when we moved we lived in a very small apartment, a very small like block of flats, to a bigger 2-bedroomed house. And my bedroom was not only the biggest room, but the biggest room in the entire house, like not only the biggest bedroom. And I wanted to get a sofa. Like we moved there in 2020, so I was 21. So it wasn't actually that long ago. I'm only 24 now. And that was like my first taste of owning a piece of furniture that wasn't just a bed and a wardrobe and a desk. It was cool until I got bored of it, and now it's in my parents' dining room at their house. But I wanted a cushion for it, and so I went out and bought a cushion for this little grey sofa I had. Which, honestly, much nicer sofa than that piece of trash that I've got in my living room. Like, I would say I love it. I don't. I'm grateful I have it, but I don't like it. I want a new one. So, that's that. Did my mum always have a heart attack when I told her how much I paid for this duvet set? Yes, so we're not going to get into that anymore. You can't really tell because it's the exact same colour, but like this little blanket here is not this is a completely different blanket. This is from Australia, which I call it my burrito blanket or my cocooning blanket. I wrap it really tight around me because it's really thin. I usually use it for the summer. It's like the blanket I use instead of a duvet. So yeah, I will be off now. I hope everybody enjoyed this documentary of my January. You will not be getting 3.5 hour long videos of me for the rest of the year, most probably, unless something intrinsically exciting happens, which I doubt very much it will, because it's my life we're going on about. I cannot think of something that's going to happen this year. I don't really like vlog if I go on trips. Not really. Maybe if I'm like in a hotel room or in an Airbnb or whatever. I don't really vlog like outside. Which maybe I should get used to doing that, maybe. But it's not really the type of person I want to be. I just like to talk to a camera. That's really all I really want to do. Don't really want to be the whole handheld, look where we are guys sort of person. Doesn't really appeal to me personally. I can see myself in the mirror. Like, I've got a mirror right there and I can see myself, and it's weird because there's like 3 Alexes right now. One is enough, my mum would say. But hope everyone has enjoyed this video. It's been a bit of everything. I've just been walking around the house looking for projects to do, and I'm like, yeah, that'll do. Throw that in the video as well. Throw that in the video. Throw everything in the video. But yeah, I'll see yous